All right, welcome back to the Ballin4God podcast. As this is our 10th episode of this little run we got going here, and we are into January, second week of January, and we're gonna be rolling into the third week here soon.
We are, Russ. How come you didn't yell this time?
I feared we'd let everybody kind of go into the show kind of slow today.
You were calm this time.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to go, whoa, look at the big show. I think it's because it's cold out. I mean, I have gloves on because, Red Lake Cabins of the Woods here in the hostage room, our new location. No one was in here until we got here earlier, and it's 12 degrees in here.
Yeah, I forgot to. I came in here a little bit late today. Got here about an hour before we got here, and it's still warming up. I mean, the heat hasn't been on since we filmed last.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, I'm glad there is heat. I'm just wearing the gloves for a while tonight because it's, it was 80 a couple days ago. Now, as we get into mid-January in the great state of Illinois, in southern Illinois, it's the wind chill when I was driving up tonight said it was 21, the wind chill.
Yeah, I don't like the wind chill right now.
Me either.
I will say it's, but if you feel the wind, that means it's basketball season.
It is hoop season, baby. We're right in the thick of it right now. My favorite week coming up next week. As a kid, honestly, I always say it. I'm going to start. We've been on for, a minute and a half? I'm the old guy. I say it about 30 times a show. I'm older than, I'm older than your mom. Your father's passed. How old was your dad? I was born in 78.
Oh, I forgot what year he was born.
Okay. He's around would have been similar age?
Yeah. Chris is was born in 73.
Chris is older than me. Yeah, Chris Crawford is older than me.
Graduated in 91.
He did.
Year before JoJo.
Oh, my man up there, number 24. But yeah, I can't take the cold as much. I'm a wuss, so I had to have the gloves on right now.
Well, talk to Jesse Young about the cold.
I know, Jesse does a great job. Hey, I appreciate Red Lake Cabin in the Woods allowing us. Well, I love the new place. I call it the hostage room because when I first came in here that first time about a month ago, there was nothing on the walls. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. My life's a terrorist. Someone's going to get me. I've been taken out here. I don't even get to tell my family goodbye. But now we have stuff on the walls. It's a lot better. But I was kidding a minute ago, but not kidding. Next week, growing up for me, was my favorite week besides like Christmas.
Oh, yeah, the BIT is great. I mean, I remember growing up and going to, I mean, it's obviously a little bit different now because I have to split up my times. Like last year I went up to Salem, and last year I went up to Ziegler at one point, and I went to the BIT some. But I don't know, you have to split up your times now. But I remember growing up, you get to watch Benton and Peteyville battle it out. I mean, it was so fun getting to watch that. I mean, it's changed now formats from when we were growing up, but I don't know how you feel about it, but I like the single. Well, I like how it's set up. Where the 8.
It's a bracket now. It's an 8-team bracket, guarantee of 3 games compared to when I was growing up.
5.
I was just used to the 5. My dad being real close with Rich Herron. Obviously I'm a little impartial to Rich and how he started the BIT 50 plus years ago.
It was 18, wasn't it? When he first started it.
What's that?
Wasn't it 18 when he first started it?
It was. It was started that way. Then it moved. Eventually, it moved to the 6 teams, where it was a round robin. You would play on Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, Saturday morning, and Saturday night. And the reason Rich set it up after a while, and it was that way for 30 plus years, 40 plus years.
I think so.
The reason it was set up that way was Rich wanted his teams to get used to how the state tournament was, because it used to be Tuesday night was a super sectional. Friday was your first round of state, and if you won Friday night, you would play Saturday morning. If you could win Saturday morning, you would play Saturday night for a state title.
Yeah, and it's changed a lot since then. I mean, it's you play 3 games in a week now instead of those 4 games, right? And now it's to where you play on Monday for the Super, but still it's pretty tough. I mean, you play that Friday for the sectional championship. Monday you play for the Super, and then the next Friday night. Is it Thursday or Friday? Thursday, you play for the semifinal game.
Yeah.
If you lose in that semifinal game, you play for 3rd place.
Yes.
If you win, then you play in the state championship on Saturday.
Yes.
So it's changed.
The format has changed. It's still a bunch of games jammed in. It's just a little different than it used to be. I'm just glad the state tournament for basketball is back at Champaign.
Yes, no doubt.
We got to go, obviously you and I were there 2 years ago, and that's something I'll never forget. You were a junior in high school.
Got to be down there on the floor.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got to, I keep the book for road games for Benton, and Ronnie Weinmiller has me do that so I can't get thrown out. People used to always joke, why are you keeping the book now? Well, Ron knew I had boys that were going to play basketball at Benton, and he knew I'd get a little fired up, just a tad fired up. So it's easier to have me on the book because you got to keep your mouth shut. I try my best. To keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of segues into our Trivia Thursday for this week, as it will be released on Thursday this week, as I think we finally got the audio issues wrapped up. I don't know. So Austin sent over the audio, Dr. Young.
Doc Young.
He sent over the audio, and for some reason only sent 35 minutes of our interview for each guest. And we got it all figured out now. He just had to send it back over. It was weird. So we're going over there tonight, make sure it all gets sent over properly, and
networking. You guys will be doing networking. You guys will be doing networking.
But now let's get into our trivia, as it's related to the BIT next week, and it's going to be the 51st or 52nd year?
Yes.
And it's going to be a pretty special year, I think. I mean, Roosevelt's out of it, but Flora's in it.
Flora's in.
Is Flora permanent, or are they 1 year?
I don't know.
Oh, Vandalia is leaving.
Vandalia's leaving.
And then who's coming in? T-Town?
Am I allowed to say it? Totopolis is coming.
Totopolis is coming. I hope Coach Garner might write us off here. I don't know if we released it too early.
I just heard rumors that Totopolis is coming.
Yeah, we've heard rumors.
I've heard rumors that Totopolis is coming.
Nothing official.
Nothing official that T-Town is coming to the BIT in the future.
If they do come, that'd be pretty special.
It would be awesome.
And obviously, they're become one of the top programs across the whole entire state the past several years.
Two-way basketball the last 15, 20
Well, they've
years.
made 3 straight super sectionals.
Yes.
They made it up to the state tournament 1 year. I mean, I've got to watch them each year in the super sectional the last 3 years.
Great basketball. I mean, Ken Crawford was there forever. They've continued. I mean, they're just a successful program. The Wooden Shoes are synonymous with winning 2A basketball.
Yes, and no doubt. I mean, they were fun.
This year.
Fun to watch. I believe they're top 5 in the state according to the Nesto Hoops.
Nesto Hoops. Aaron Britton's got them. I looked before we came on. They're top 5 right now.
Yeah, they only have 1 or 2 losses maybe. They're that same type of gritty team. It seems to be based off what I've seen, which their grittiness seems to work. But
what's the trivia, Russ? What's the trivia?
The trivia for this week, as we are the All Stars and Stitches trivia question is, who has won the most BIT championships, and how many of those BIT championships did they win?
So what school and how many did they win?
Yes.
Who's won the most and what school? I know the answer because obviously we do the trivia each week, but you can respond on Instagram, Facebook, Truth Social. I'm such a kid. Instagram, Facebook, what else?
TikTok?
TikTok, is there any other way to respond? YouTube? You can answer on YouTube too, can't you? Or no?
Yeah, you can answer on when it's posted on the video.
Yeah.
So that's the way you can answer. And what's the sponsor?
Yeah, hey, All Stars and Stitches, man. 418 East Main in Benton. Big Dave, give Big Dave a call. That's the place, man. But trophies, banners, plaques, ribbons, hats, sweatshirts, caps, back tats. I think they're doing lip waxing now. Doing lip waxing now.
Lip waxing.
418 East Main and Benton, man. Hey, we got Joe's Pizza and Pasta. Does our player of the week. There's something about East Main and Benton.
Oh, yeah.
East Main and Benton. You've got Benton High School. You've got All Stars and Stitches. You've got Joe's Pizza and Pasta. It's unbelievable, man. It's good times. But no, 418 East Main. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5. But give them a call anytime. They will pick up. If you need to call on a Sunday or a Saturday or it's 2 o'clock in the morning, trust me, my father will call you back.
Oh, yeah, Dave will get you.
What's the number up there?
To call the Big Dave Severn over there, you got to call 618-435-555-5555.
435-555-555-555.
Well, I think that kind of we left him on a high note there.
It's like a Tommy gun.
Well, I think we're going to get put into our first guest of the show with Mr. Nathaniel Marlow.
Yeah, I learned in this interview, Nathaniel Marlow, not Nate. I'm calling him Nathaniel from now on.
Nathaniel Marlow.
Nathaniel Marlow.
Well, we'll see you guys. All right, welcome to our first guest of the show. As it's, I mean, a lot of people should know his name, but it's Nate Marlow, Nathaniel Marlow from Weber, Blueford, whatever everybody wants to call it. I mean, I know there's a bunch of different titles for it, but Nate, just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, as he said, I'm Nathaniel Marlow. I go to Weber High School. I'm a senior, and I'll just go ahead and say it. Sadly, a lot of people know me for basketball. I wish a lot more people know me for my relationship with Jesus and that I'm a Christian. And just how my life has dramatically changed because of him and the role that he's played in my life.
I met him, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago in the before we come in the hostage room. This is like a hostage room, so that's what I call it. We used to be in these unbelievable cabins because Doc Young's family owns like 75 cabins, the Wren Lake cabins in the woods. And then they put us in this. He said, well, my uncle's got this apartment for us. So we got this new apartment. And I thought we were like in a hostage room because before we didn't have all this stuff in here. It was just like this little room, and it was white and these big lights. And I was waiting for someone to come out and, you know, like a terrorist or something. But anyways, you know, something that sticks out with me with you, you said you'd like to be known. And I'm the old man here, so I'm going to give you a little bit of wisdom that I probably don't have much. But God has given you these talents with basketball, and you're using them, and it's an unbelievable platform. And I know that your relationship with Jesus is the most important thing to you, but don't take for granted that basketball he's given you and that beautiful jump shot you've got and your ability to score, and that's a gift. That's a gift from him. And now here's the question where I ask you this: are we supposed to call you Nathaniel or Nate? What are we supposed to call you?
You can call me whatever you want. A lot of people just call me Nate because it's shorter. And
what do your coaches call you?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Okay. What do you call him?
Well, usually in short, whenever I'm talking about it, I just say Nate, or in the recaps, I say Nathaniel.
What's your mother call you?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel it is for the rest of the broadcast.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel it is for the rest of this interview. Go ahead, though, with what I was kind of saying about, you know, don't take it for granted. I know you don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You've scored like 75,000 points between junior high, playing for dad, and in high school now. But, you know, that it's a gift. It's a talent God's given you.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually one thing that helped me realize where I was with my walk with the Lord. Basketball was the number one priority in my life for the longest time, trying to put it first, trying to be the best I absolutely could be, practicing constantly. And then this past summer just had a revelation, like, Jesus is supposed to be my identity. God is supposed to be my identity. Basketball isn't supposed to be. Now, like you said, God, he gives us all different talents. Now, how you use the talents is what you do, but we know that you're supposed to use your talent to glorify him.
Sure.
And so realizing, like, the little platform that I have, I'm trying to turn it back to God and give it back to God. Because, yes, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the love that he gave me for the game. But ultimately, it all does hopefully point back to God.
Russell, it's 2025. Is he real? Is he real?
Oh my! Well, there's
senior in high school. I mean, are you AI? I mean, this is like.
I talked to him about it earlier. I mean, there's not a lot of people. I'd say even at Benton High School, like as big of a school it is, there's not a lot of people that always put God first. I mean, and it's just
I'm 47, Russ, and I don't always put God first.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he's 12. I'm just being honest, man. I mean, I put a lot of things, idols and different things in life. You guys will see as you get older. It's easily done if you don't watch yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's an encouragement to hear that from you. And we talked about it on the show. We talked about it before about you on here, and then talking to you. And I told you it was. I mean, just hearing it from other people, and especially high school students. But I talk about we've talked about where you put. I mean, you obviously know a lot about basketball. You train every day, and you said you didn't know much about basketball, but you made an Andre Drummond thing in your.
Oh yes.
But. Talk about how you still put God first, even though you have 2,600 points right now in your high school career. How do you balance that?
Well, just to kind of reference back to the Andre Drummond thing, preparing a sermon, I realized you got to get a lot of material.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, trying to get different things to put in there, and just randomly one day my brother's watching this basketball video, and it's about Andre Drummond, and this guy's like, yeah, Andre Drummond, he got in a really dark place in his life. And I was like, okay, but why? He got in a dark place because he's putting basketball as his identity. He was putting basketball first. And so he put everything he had into being the best version of a basketball player he could be, which there's nothing wrong with that. But what made him crumble and ultimately get in the dark place was that everyone moved on from him. Mm-hmm. He wasn't getting the approval and all the success rates that he wanted to get. And so when the game changed, when the world moved on, he was left. And he got so crushed because of that. And so that's one thing that I try to apply in my basketball career is I'm not going around trying to seek everyone's approval. I'm not going around trying to be this guy that everyone looks at like, hey, he was great, or like, he was good. It doesn't matter. What matters is how I'm representing God. And I can't sit here and say like, hey, I got everything together. I put God first all the time. I do stumble. I fall. I'm human. Sure. We all do that. But that's something I try to constantly remember with the Andre Drummond thing was like God at the center and then basketball. With the little bit of success that I have that will eventually fade away. I mean, in the end, you're trying to get two places. Now, I'm not saying you work for your salvation. We need to set that right now. I know you only get salvation through faith in Jesus Christ. But ultimately, one day, we will be with Jesus. And the things of this world will not be with us. And that's something we need to remember. And that's something I try to constantly remember. So what if I break a scoring record? That's not going to matter when I'm standing up with my Savior, who took the sacrifice for me that I deserved.
Are we for sure if he's A or not? I mean, all right. When are we taking an offering? Because I know he's a preacher. I mean, I knew I was going to be impressed. I knew I was going to be impressed before you got here. But just talking to you the last little bit, even before we came on, I'm going to go with this part because I'm the only parent in the room. Correct?
As far as I know.
Doc, am I the only parent in the room?
I guess so.
He guess so. Thanks. Glad you're awake over there. You obviously have been raised right. Talk a little bit about your upbringing, because if you've done all this on your own, not that you haven't, but I don't think you have, correct?
No, I have
Talk
not.
a little bit about having Christian parents.
Yeah, for sure. So try to give a little sum up my testimony, so we're not here for hours. I born and raised in a Christian household. My parents both went to church their whole lives, so I've always been around Christian influences. I was saved and baptized when I was 5 years old, but definitely throughout my walk, I didn't actually submit to the relationship that I think all of us Christians are called to have with our Lord. And I'd say I'm a Christian. I'd say I believe, but I wasn't actually spending time in my Word. I wasn't actually seeking after Jesus. I was just kind of resting on the fact that I had that relationship. But growing up, my parents are now the youth pastors at Summersville Missionary Baptist Church, where I attend, and them constantly just being influences like, hey, we're going to church every Sunday. We're making this a priority. At the time, I didn't understand, but this past summer, when I had the revelation with God, it was just like, now I know why. Now I see why they made me go to church every Sunday. Because this is ultimately more than just a habit that we do every week. It's a true relationship that you have individually with your Lord. And it's us showing up to serve him.
Yeah, I obviously you talked about that, and but I mean now you're preaching a little bit, and you talked to me earlier how you're wanting to pursue that, right? And what kind of influenced you to think that you wanted to be potentially a preacher?
Well, to be honest with you, one of my best friends that I attend Weber with, we would go up to the church. We know where the key is and stuff. We'd go in there, and I just get up behind a pulpit and just start speaking for fun. And when kids are out partying on Friday nights, that's where I'm at. I'm at a church practicing preaching just for fun.
Have we cloned him yet? Can we make about 14 million more of these?
But it's one of those. It started off small. Me and him, we had this urge. We were like, hey, we kind of need to make a Bible study. So at school, I think this was may have been last year, we started this little small Bible study group at lunch. We'd meet for 5 minutes a day. We'd switch on and off leading it and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, it's just what kind of lit the fire is truly realizing how much God loves me and how much God loves everyone to sacrifice his only son. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but it with how much we don't deserve, to think that Jesus would come down take the beating and the humiliation that we should have got.
Amen.
And to hang and die on that cross, I owe him my life.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
ultimately, that's kind of what made me realize. And if you had asked me about 3 months ago, I want to be a police officer. That was the career I was going to want to pursue and go after. But then I felt this calling, like, I should be going and telling people about Jesus. I shouldn't be sitting on the sidelines being a fan of Jesus. That's another thing I realized. I hate to read. I used to hate to read books. I wouldn't even read my Bible. But now I'm all about reading Christian books, reading my Bible, learning more about Jesus, pursuing him. And I read this book called Not a Fan by Kyle Idleman. And I mean, it truly opened my eyes to think, like, how many Christians are sitting out there liking these posts by Cliff Conneckley, going out and having these tough conversations with people, Bryce Crawford. It's like, we could be doing that ourselves. So why are we sitting back when we have the same power that these people have? Because God is with every single one of us.
Am I allowed to answer these questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
As a 47-year-old guy that's been on both sides of it, fear. Fear is why a lot of people won't do it. They're scared. That's what the only thing Satan has on us is fear. He can't take anything else. I mean, it's fear. It's what it is. People are scared to. They let him get in their head with. They're scared someone will make fun of them. They're scared they won't know the right thing to say. A big thing you'll see this is, especially if you become a preacher, and I know you're preaching some now at a church. I had my dad's dad was a preacher for several years. My dad was a youth pastor when I was growing up. I've been around a lot of this stuff for a long time. You'll have people get in your ear. Humans will. Satan's tools. I don't want to get crazy on here. I was raised pretty wild, but just being real and raw with you. People, all of us could do it. I mean, Bob Pankey's the pastor now, the lead pastor. Mark Miner's was the pastor for like 75 years where I go at Whittington. I'm just joking. Mark's a great guy. He's still on staff, but Bob Pankey used to be the FCA director for the state of Illinois, is now the lead pastor at Whittington Church. And the Great Commission was one of the things he talked about today. Matthew 18, I'm sure or 28, 18 and 20, right?
Matthew 28:19.
Yeah, 28:19. Yeah, so if you look at Matthew 28, verse 18 through 20, that's the Great Commission. And all of us were supposed to do it. All of us are supposed to do it that are born-again Christians. But it's easier said than done. So what I like listening to you talk is, and I think this goes hand in hand with sports and why you're a good basketball player. The people that are good at things have overcome fear, right? There was probably times in your life that you were scared to talk about things, right? I'm sure there's been times.
Oh, yeah.
But the more you do it, Satan loses his grip. And I don't want to. I mean, we can turn this into a sermon if we want. Ballin4God, we'll just make this preaching. But I mean, you know what I'm saying, though?
Oh, for sure. One thing I definitely think is it's not having a strong, firm foundation in the Bible.
Yeah,
I think
it's a facade.
Yeah, I think a lot of us, a lot of Christians just show up every Sunday, listen to the pastor, go home, do their own thing all throughout the week, and they don't really have a full grasp of the scriptures. They don't have that confidence in it. My pastor just did a sermon on it talking about Satan coming and deceiving you. Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, the first time the gospel was ever presented. But anyways, Satan, what he does is he tries to twist scripture.
Sure.
And he tries to make you doubt what God is saying. Well, you see, when Jesus was tempted in the wilderness, what he did was he quoted scripture right back because he knew the word.
Sure.
He knew what God said. And so ultimately, I think it's us not spending enough time in the word
Yeah.
and not spending enough time with God.
I think it's very easy not to as well. I mean, it's
these right here.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Phones are great, but
you have the Bible app, but I mean, like, it's not the same. I mean, it almost becomes. I mean, I have it downloaded, but it almost becomes just like any other app. I mean, you might see the verse of the week or verse of the day on there, but it's. I think it just people make it an acceptance that I already got my take of it. I already saw the verse of the week or verse of the day. I don't need to really do much more. I think diving into it, I read Thessalonians. I told you guys told Travis about it last week. And Thessalonians really was eye-opening, and just all of Paul's scriptures in general. I mean, that's just like, it's eye-opening and helps me so much as far as, I don't know, just being able to be more brave and talk about it and just learn quite a bit. Because I think, how many letters did he write to all the different churches? It was quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, most of the New Testament obviously was written by Paul.
Yeah.
And but here's the thing, I'll encourage all three of you guys to do this. And I know you're doing it right now. You brought your Bible with you today, and I asked you. I joked. I said, "Do you do that all the time, or just for the show?" And you said, "No, I take it everywhere with me." He said, "You know, people probably think it's my purse I'm walking around with, but I mean, what you'll get this as you get older. But that's awesome. If they want to make fun of you for that, awesome, man. They're going to persecute you anyways. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people persecute because they don't like their own life. They don't like the way they're living, so they're going to go after what you're doing. And obviously the devil isn't going to like it because you can affect lives, which is less people he has a grip on. But the main thing that I just want to encourage you guys with is the more you read and the more you're in there, the more certain you'll be of it, and the more you always have some types of fear. That just happens. You have to ask the Lord with that. But the more you're in time in the Word and praying, it'll be easier. And God will give you opportunities too. You know, the more knowledge and things you have and the more relationship you have with Him, He'll give you opportunities to talk to a kid in school or talk to someone after a game, talk to someone at McDonald's, Walmart, wherever, man. You know, God's all about, planting seeds, man. And He, if someone's willing to be used as a vessel, God doesn't care if you're 2 or 130. He'll use you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always joke with everyone. I sometimes I ask God, "Are you sure about me?" If you look at my grades, I'm not the smartest. Like I said, I never read until now, but God can use you, and if you allow Him to, He will use you, and that's something I'm learning right now. I prayed the prayer, "Lord, send me. I'm here, God. Send me," and He has sent me, and it's one of those. It's a true blessing to see. I think a lot of Christians that say they have that relationship, that just go to church every Sunday, they don't actually get the full joy and true blessings that Christians should be getting. And what I mean by should be getting is talking to someone about it, taking that time like, "Hey, can I pray for you?" And just kind of being that friend almost to kind of fall back on, and just small little influences like that.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and obviously the Rufinos, Jonah and his dad, been a big influence on my life as far as helping me in my faith. But I remember a couple years ago at my church in the youth group, we would encourage gospel conversations. Now we didn't really care about the number. We said a goal of 100 gospel conversations in a year between the whole youth group. But at the end of the day, we didn't care about the number, but we were trying to encourage having that gospel conversation with somebody that you usually don't have it with. And I remember during that time, we had I had 4 different gospel conversations with this one guy that I usually didn't talk to anything about with. And it was it was a little bit out of my comfort zone at that time too, because I was a sophomore in high school. I didn't really talk much, and especially with him about stuff like that. And so I think encouraging gospel conversations helps out a lot, because I plant seeds, and you might not see it come to fruition whenever you're friends with them or in your lifetime or whatever, but it truly does plant seeds.
Yeah. We're talking about comfort a lot and being too scared. One thing that I love, this quote from Bryce Crawford, is he said that, I don't know if he has these shirts or if I just got the thought of we need to make these shirts, but it has eternity is greater than comfort.
Amen. It is.
And I think
I want to make those shirts.
Yeah, I think one awkward conversation is worth someone's eternity.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sure.
In my opinion, going back to you saying asking for strength from the Lord, I can testify. Getting up and speaking in front of people, that's not something that you just wake up one day and be like, I think I'm going to go do it. And if you can, that's amazing. That is an amazing trait if you can. But it's just constantly leaning on the Lord. I've got the opportunity to speak a couple times, and I'd always get nervous. And I'd ask my pastor, I'd say, "Hey, how many times am I going to have to do this before I don't get nervous anymore?" And I was like, how many did you have to do before you stopped getting nervous? And he's like, "Well, if you want to be honest, I really didn't get nervous." And I was like, okay, hot shot. Like, man. But he said, now let me tell you, if I was relying on myself,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it. But I'm relying on God.
I know the Holy Spirit.
Yep. I'm not going on my own strength. I'm
Yeah.
not going off of my own knowledge, but I'm going off of the knowledge that God allows me to have, that God will help speak through me.
Yeah.
For sure. The something I was just thinking about, with obviously it's Ballin4God. Russell had a deep passion for sports and for the Lord, so that's why the name and why he started all this, and that's why we've interviewed all the different people we have, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, Nathaniel. Some people we interview, we don't talk as much about God because that's not. I'm not going to judge anybody's relationship. I can just see the fruit of what comes from people, And some people are more open about talking about things, and some people aren't. That's just reality. I've had to learn in life, and you will, especially if you're going to being a preacher, and Russ, whatever you end up doing in life, wherever the Lord takes you. And Dr. Young, there's no telling what he'll be doing. He'll be
Networking.
raising buffaloes, or he's going to be networking. Yes, networking. I don't know what it means for sure, but he's going to be networking. God's going to give you opportunities. And God knows where everybody's at. I used to have trouble with people. I think, well, why isn't, I was on fire years back, and I'd always get mad and think, well, why won't people, why doesn't everybody want to go door to door? Why doesn't everybody? And then I had some certain things happen in my life. I got older, didn't have maybe as much zeal as I once did. I'm just being honest with you guys. And then I thought to myself, I used to judge a lot of people. I said, then I started thinking, well, I hope everybody wasn't judging me when I was in, here and not here. Obviously the Lord would like us all to be here, but here's reality, guys. You're 18, you're 19, he's 56. He's not 56, but there's going to be times, I'm sorry, there will be valleys.
Yeah.
It isn't always the mountaintop.
Sure.
Now, you can grow here, right? There'll be desert times. God can take you and break you and change and mold you if we allow him to. But I'm just encouraged listening to you guys talk. Sports is a platform. Without basketball, you might not have had this. Basketball might have, I was thinking about this earlier, basketball might have brought out some of these characteristics in you that now.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I would say probably so, because basketball kind of taught me this kind of take charge kind of mentality, the don't sit back, go do. It's 100% taught me my work ethic as well. Basketball, my dad constantly telling me, like, hey, if you want to be the best, you got to practice like the best. You got to put in the hours like the best. And so I'm always watching Kobe Bryant videos, Michael Jordan videos, trying to get hyped and wake up in the mornings. I remember 7th, 8th grade, I'd wake up 5 in the morning, go down to the basement, do dribble drills, anything I could to put in the work to become better. And then realizing, like, hey, that's when I realized, like, I need to put God first. And so making time to spend in the Word with God while also making time to practice is something that, like you said, you don't want to judge anyone. But my dad especially, I'm trying to get him to kind of dive into his Word a little more. But I feel there are really little to no excuses to making time to be in the Word, because seeing how that's opened my eyes and helped me with my relationship, I want everyone to experience it.
Sure.
Because the amount of peace and the amount of joy that the Lord gives me, I want everyone to be able to have.
Yeah.
Like I was talking earlier, if I have a 5-point game, I'm going to get blasted by the media probably. They're probably, he should have been.
Probably Russell.
He should have scored this many points. He should have done that. He screwed everything up. But I know that I'm working for the kingdom, and I know I'm trying to glorify him. And so going back to basketball, teaching me my work ethic, every day, wake up at 5. Spend time in the Word. And then go to the gym. Get shots up. Do your dribbling stuff. Putting your first things first while still having that work ethic from basketball it has really helped me with developing my character.
Yeah, I'd say, even we talked about it earlier. Even sometimes I'm not able to put that stuff first. It's like But I mean, it's not that I'm not able to. I easily could, but I'm saying it easily gets pushed to the back burner.
We're humans. We're selfish. Because of sin, we're selfish.
Yeah, but you don't have to name drop names, obviously. But we talked about it earlier. You shared a story what happened just earlier this week. Talk about that and like how stuff like that encourages you.
Oh, for sure. Going out and trying to witness to everyone. You're not always going to get the people that are
Receptive?
receptive. The people are going to be like, yes, that sounds
Lead
good.
me to Jesus, man.
Yeah. And sometimes you're going to get the people that are just like, what the heck are you talking about? You nut? You believe in a big guy in the sky that you can't see? And the reactions waver. But the amount of joy you get when you do see someone who is receptive to it, that takes in the word, and then applies it to our life. I had a teammate recently. We went on a trip together, and he was a little defensive at first. Wasn't too acceptive of it. But earlier this week, I get a message from him like, "Hey, what time do you get up in the morning?" I get up at 5:30. He's like, "Can I come over in the morning and have a Bible study?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Yes, sir, you can."
Yeah.
And so he comes over at 6:30 in the morning. And this is a kid that hates waking up for morning practice. Hates it. But he comes over at 6:30 in the morning for a Bible study.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And it's stuff like that it's very encouraging to see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you've ran into some other guys like that. I mean, we've talked about it, you and Jude. I mean, on the SI Select team, I mean, there's some other guys on the team that walked with God. What it mean to
When you say Jude, so
Jude Harmon,
I know, but I'm just saying, so all the people that
Jude Harmon of Massac County Jr.
who just beat Carterville this past weekend.
He did, and
What do you have, like 70 points or something?
34.
Yeah, 34. I was just joking, but yeah.
He had a pretty good week.
He
But
did.
Jude, obviously, you guys played together at SI Select. Talk about that culture SI Select had, and obviously, I mean, you told me about one of the trips down at Atlanta. I mean, talk about that culture there.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. So another thing with putting first things first, I've always played travel basketball. So a lot of Sundays in the summer,
I was going to ask you how that works with Sundays.
a lot of Sundays in the summer, we'd be gone. But we always make it a point to find a church that's around there and go. And the amount of family-oriented that is applied to the SI Select AAU team was amazing. I have a great relationship with all the guys.
Who's your coaches there?
Riley and Sam Swinford.
Yep. Swinford Media Group.
Yep. But
I gave him a plug here on Ballin4God.
with Jude Harmon, he's a devout Christian, constantly living out, trying to be a shining light for others. Just another example of like FCA, how it's helped me to know other kids that are playing the same sports, that are seeking kind of the same things, are still putting God first. And with Jude, we'd go to church together. We'd get a couple of the other guys to come with us to church. I remember this 2819 church in Atlanta, Georgia.
I know.
Philip Anthony Mitchell, one of the biggest known pastors right now. He's kind of going viral. We were in Atlanta.
He gets after it. I like that. I like that.
We were in Atlanta and
Dress is cool. A lot of sweatshirts.
oh yeah, he's got it.
No, he does. He's got drip. What's some of the kids call it?
Yep.
Drip.
But we're looking for churches, and I get a message from Jude. I'm like, he says, "Hey, we should go to this church." And I'm like, "That's in here?" He's like, "Yeah." So we get pretty much the whole team to go. The coaches as well go with us.
Oh boy.
And
Eye opening.
it was a great time. But what stunk was we got there and we found out that Philip was down in Texas.
Oh.
Yeah. But the guy that filled in, he was still a really good speaker. And I pray that the people who were there needed to hear that guy speak. But just having other guys to kind of go to church with and be encouraged like that was awesome.
Like-minded is important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was thinking, you know, we're talking about basketball, obviously. Nathaniel, we talked a little bit when I first got here. I know you and Russ and Doc had been in there chopping it up a little bit before I got here. What's the future hold for you, man? I mean, what's the goal? What's next? You said you don't even know. Russell knows. You're at 2640 what?
2640.
2640 on points. The jersey behind your head, I think it'll be will it be in the shot?
It should be in the shot.
Is JoJo Johnson. That's like his freshman basketball jersey. You just passed him this past week. He was the all-time leading scorer at Benton High School, 2,575 points. And this is going to be probably sad or bad or whatever. That was my idol growing up. He's 4 years older than me in school. Okay, I was in 8th grade when he's a senior. Benton got 3rd place in state, furthest we'd ever gone in Champaign, and that's who I wanted to be. I mean, I thought he was the best basketball player I'd ever seen, most competitive person I've ever seen, and still to this day. I mean, you ask guys from my generation. I'm 47 years old. They'll say JoJo's the best they'd seen. You know, my dad. You talk to my dad, he'll say, you know, Billy Smith or Doug Collins. You know, he'll name guys from that generation, but. You know, I guess where I'm going with this is you're at a big number right now. Do you want to keep playing basketball? I mean, I know you obviously want to go in the ministry. I mean, is that part of the plan to keep
For
playing?
sure, yeah. Like you said earlier, God has given me this platform of basketball, and it's one of those I don't want to just kind of fade off and not do it. I want to do it as long as I can and glorify Him through it. But I definitely want to try to do it in a manner of I can still pursue the career that I feel laid on my heart. And so as you guys said, I've been feeling led into the ministry. And Liberty, if you're watching, I'd love to end up there, but it looks like I'm going to try to go the JUCO route and try to develop my game a little more, hopefully pack on some muscle, maybe grow a few more inches, but catch their eyes and then go do their divinity program.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I will say just to let you know, so people do notice. I mean, you and Kyle, Kyle and Gage, probably 3 of the top players in Jefferson County, at least 3 of the top 5 or whatever. But I will say you guys have really worked on your craft. I mean, you can tell just based off how much you guys have developed. You guys have put on a lot of muscle. I mean, it's definitely not going unnoticed.
What do you weigh now?
190 something.
What'd you weigh as a freshman?
I know when I got my license, I was 154.
So yeah, you obviously put on some pounds, and I don't know. It's been fun to watch you from. Obviously, I'm a year older than you, but I've got to watch you since your freshman year. Started talking to you some your sophomore year. Just watch you develop so much. Obviously, you were kind of the hot topic. Everybody was wondering what he was going to be like your freshman year, because I remember Jonah said they came to play you guys and made a regional championship. Is that right? Cesarverse.
Yep.
And he said you played pretty good, and I don't know. It's just cool to see that. I mean, especially a guy that keeps that first, to be able to be one of those top players in the state, to keep all that stuff first is just extraordinary. I mean, now that talk about your little brother, he's sophomore, and you were talking to me earlier, talking to me and Travis about how he's starting to get into that with God and develop his relationship. Talk about your little brother and how it's an encouragement to see him.
Oh yeah, for sure. He could be so much better than I am. So much better. He's got perfect limbs, and I say that because I got bad knees, and that's why I can't dunk. Just so you know, there's video proof. When my knees don't hurt, I can dunk. But he's so much more athletic than I am. I mean, you've seen him in warm-ups. Dude's jumping up, both hands over the rim, just dropping the ball in. He's got a good-looking jumper. He's just got some things that he needs to tweak, maybe speed up his game a little bit and work on his handles, something I'm trying to constantly help him improve on, because when I'm gone, then he's going to be left there. But I think, as I was talking earlier, realizing how important and like how much of a sacrifice that was that Jesus made, and I think he's starting to see that, and he's starting to realize, like, hey, this isn't my life. Like, sure, I'm the one down here, I'm the one living, but ultimately he's the one I'm supposed to be glorifying. And so I'm trying to kind of help my brother guide him in reading the Bible and stuff like that, how to study it. He recently led one of our FCA huddles, and I was really proud of him for doing that. So I'm just trying to kind of teach him to not be scared to stand up and speak out for God.
Is it cool playing? Is it good or bad? Now, be honest now. I know I've challenged your AI about 5 times on this episode so far. Do you ever fight with him?
All the time.
All right, good. I feel better. You do fight.
Oh, my gracious.
Good.
Yeah, we...
Who's tougher, you or him?
Oh, me, 100%. I'm going to say that right now. Me, 100%.
You can whip him?
Oh, yeah.
How tall is he?
He's 6'3", 6'4".
So he's bigger than you.
Oh, yeah. He's taller than me.
But you weigh more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one thing. He doesn't have the killer mentality, if that's what you
Mamba
call it.
mentality.
Yeah, pretty much. He still developing there. I'll constantly try to pick on him and try to get that. That's one thing I told him. If he'd play against people like he plays against me, he'd be scoring more points than I am right now. It's so funny playing in the driveway. Like, I'll make him mad and he'll just start going off. And he has so much potential that's hidden underneath. But I mean, I'm hoping when I leave, he'll kind of break out and start playing like the player I know he can be. But it has its benefits, but it also sometimes has its downsides. We've got yelled at 3 times now for arguing in practice.
That's not bad. 3 times. It's not terrible. I mean, I thought my boys would be like 3 times in an hour.
But it's got to the point where Coach told us that if we argue again, he's gonna suspend us.
Oh,
but
we must be getting after it then. Have you thrown any punches at each other?
No, we haven't thrown any punches.
Dang it.
No, but it's just he's kind of in that stage where he doesn't want to admit he's wrong, and
so what is he, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you expect? Yeah, it's part of it.
But definitely when I'm hoping by the end of the season we'll kind of have that like connection. He'll think what I'm thinking, and we'll just be able to do it. But it's definitely really fun and something I'll definitely remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no doubt. I have a little brother. Which obviously it's not possible because he's about 7 years younger than me. But that'd be a dream come true to be able to do something like that. But talk about you. This is the hot topic. I mean, you guys had a hard week this past week. I mean, obviously you guys played Woodlawn, who is number 1 in the state, and you guys defeated them at home. And then you guys have to go back and play Waltonville in a rematch, and it's at Waltonville. Tough crowd to play in. Just talk about this week. Obviously, you had a great week. What does it mean for the team to be able to compete? I mean, you guys are state ranked. What's it mean for a team to be able to be up with those top dogs and compete?
Well, I definitely think it gives our guys confidence. That one thing that I think they lack sometimes, but the being up there and competing with the best of the teams, I hope it kind of gives them that spark. Just like, hey, we can play with anyone. It's going to be tough, but we can. Beating Woodlawn, it was a great win, and a win that I think we needed because we don't really have a tough schedule. We play a lot of lesser teams, no hate to anyone, but it's just like you got Waltonville and Woodlawn that are playing 2A teams, playing 3A teams, and then you got us, and it's just like, oh, they're only winning because they're playing smaller teams. In which, I mean, I get that. When you play teams that aren't as good versus like the 2A, 3A teams, it is hard to show any respect to a team that plays that level, but going out there and getting that win, I think it was just like, hey, we can play with anyone if we come and show up. And I say that because sometimes it just depends on the guys if they want to show up and play or not.
In your conference, you better show up and play every night.
Oh,
if
yeah.
not, you'd be sitting home packing
For sure.
fast.
For sure. Friday was a hard fought battle. Waltonville played their butts off. I mean, they were hot. They were shooting the ball. They played great. It really stunk that Waylon went down like that.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping he makes a speedy recovery. But when he went down, I was thinking, crap, that sucks. But I think our guys, Brennan and Grayson, they came in. I think they
definitely stepped up for sure.
I think they did well. I'm honestly happy with it being 7 points right there. But
yeah,
it's one of those.
You definitely don't want it. I talked to Kyle about this. You want to take your losses right now. You don't want to take your losses when it's regional championship, sectional championship type thing.
Sure.
I mean, you got to learn to take your losses, how to come back from them, and also especially the injury. But obviously you guys probably don't know exactly what exactly happened because I couldn't really tell. I just know that
So Jagger took a hard attack to the middle and he stopped, pump faked, and I was in the gap at the time, so I showed to stop him, and then Waylon jumped up for the pump fake, and he stepped on my foot and came down and landed on his ankle, and he rolled it pretty good. Area Sports has a good view on it, but he rolled that sucker and it swelled up real big.
So it's
You
like
lay hands on it yet?
Do what?
Did you lay hands on it yet?
It's like
No.
softball
What
size.
are you waiting on?
I'm from Baptist background. We don't really do that.
You don't pray for people?
I mean, I pray. Yeah, I'll pray back. I haven't laid hands on them though.
You don't. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the missionary Baptist. I don't know about all the. Is that taboo or is that allowed or is that?
I mean, yeah, it's allowed for sure. I know.
I'm not being a smart aleck. I'm asking,
for sure.
like, serious.
Yeah. We don't normally, like, the Pentecostals. They're, like you said, the more like, hey, let's go do it now. What's the way? Like,
that's just the way I was raised.
Yeah.
If Dave Severin says, if you say this guy's got an ankle messed up, my dad would come get off the phone where he's probably talking to 3,000 people, and he'd go, let's go pray for this dude right now.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. I've never really seen anybody do that, so I've never been taught that. But, I'm
challenging you.
I'm going to start doing that.
I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you, Marlow. Nathaniel Marlow, I'm challenging you right now. The gauntlet's been dropped.
Yeah, you're going to see me on the court. Someone goes down.
Stop. I want to see it, man.
Yeah. Even the other team?
For sure.
It
might take a little more patience. I will say, that's one thing I pray. Before every game, I read Psalm 23. I try to slow myself down and be like, hey, we're still playing to win, but at the same time, like, we're trying to glorify God. I know I might lose my temper a little bit. That's one thing, the competitive drive that my dad has taught me. It's kind of hard to sit back and not, yell at a ref or get a little competitive. And it is a little difficult to try to constantly remember that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, especially in game, going at a fast pace.
Oh,
yeah.
When guys are jawing, saying stuff to you, when the crowd's in your ear.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely, especially, it's not, I'm not saying anything bad about Waltonville, but they're passionate fans, and they care a lot about their teams.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And I'm sure it's a little bit tough to play in those big environments, especially Woodlawn. I wasn't there. I was down at Benton, and Woodlawn, I saw they really packed the crowd. You guys packed the crowd. And, how many people does that gym seat? Because, there's quite a bit of people there.
I'm pretty sure it seats 1,100, and that's the craziest environment I've ever played in besides my freshman year when
Really?
we played Meridian in the sectional championship. But it was insane. We had to turn people away. We had people standing outside our door gyms, looking in through, watching the game.
That's what Darren told me. Darren told me that he got there either a little bit later or something, and he said that he had to they had to let him in because he was media, but he said there was a sign on the door telling people, hey, it's already packed out in here.
Yeah.
And I love environments like that because it just makes it that much more fun. I think 1A does a really good job about basically every game there's an environment like that. I think which I've been around Waltonville a lot because they've been pretty good the past few years. Been around you guys some. I feel like the Midland Trail, you guys travel pretty well, especially those Waltonville, Woodlawns. The teams are at the top of the conference. They travel well. Those environments are awesome. Travis, we saw Benton Penyville last year.
3 times, yeah.
And
unbelievable. There was probably 2,500 to 3,000 people at all 3 of those games, which is unbelievable. I'm good friends with Jeremy Keith, and he watches all of our shows. And we were talking about that. We go there when this show comes out. The show comes out on Thursdays, right?
Yep.
Supposed to come out on Thursday.
Last time it didn't come out, audio problems.
Okay, but this week hopefully it'll be out on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday at 4 p.m.
Okay, Thursday at 4 p.m. is usually when the show comes out. And Jeremy said, I'll see you the next day because this will be this week. Benton plays at Pinckneyville Friday. First time we played this year. And the Panthers are down a little bit. They're 9-8 currently, I think.
Yep.
9-8.
9-8.
9-8. We're 14-3.
Yeah, 14-3.
14-3. But the 2 teams aren't quite what they were last year.
Different play styles completely.
Yeah, different play styles.
The Pinckneyville's last year is more of a 3-point oriented team, which Colton Smith played really well against Carterville at 5 threes. But last year they were perimeter, but also Keith would drive it in, score. They'd get some
Bowersax was
Bower sacks.
too.
But now it's
point guard. What's point guard's name?
Brady Conway.
Yeah, Brady Conway's a great player. He had Lars, a junior. But Jeremy and I were just talking. The atmosphere was nuts last year.
Oh yeah.
The 2 times.
All 3 times I got to go.
Oh yeah, the 2 times at Pinckneyville. He's like, you can't put a price tag on the crowds we had. And that's got to be cool for you as a young man. And that'll just help you with, if you go into the ministry like we're talking about, that'll help you with people and crowd stuff because you're used to being. If you play a basketball game in front of 20 people or you can play in front of 1,200 people, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Well, I do just want to go ahead and say, when I first started speaking, there is a big difference. I'll step in front of 5,000 people and play a basketball game, which obviously now I'd step in front of 5,000 people and speak if I had the opportunity. But if you were to ask me like 3 months ago, I'd say definitely not. But I've noticed there's a big difference between someone that goes and like plays in front of people and someone that stands up and speaks in front of people.
Sure.
Because really in the game, I mean, people ask me all the time, like, hey, do you get nervous playing like basketball games in front of all those people? Well, I mean, a little bit, but not really, because you're not thinking about it. You're constantly, like you said, such a fast-paced game. You don't really have time to slow down and be like, all these people are looking at me and like judging every move, because it's like you got to go quick.
Yeah.
And very first time I ever spoke, one of my SI Select teammates, Logan Ring, he lives in Kentucky, drove all the way up to Belle Rive, and his family came and they listened to me speak. And before I went up there, I was talking to his dad, and his dad was like, yeah, I remember before I started getting up and speaking in front of people, he said, I was kind of in denial of it. And he said, someone came up and told me, they were like, how can you step in front of 300 people and play a basketball game, but you can't stand up in front of 100 people and tell them about Jesus? And that really made me kind of stop and think, like, man, another thing, going back to, like, where are my priorities? Can I stand up and proclaim the name of Jesus wherever I go?
Yeah, it's.
Have you ever seen the? You ever seen the picture, the famous picture of the road to heaven is?
Narrow.
You know how wide the other road is, right? Mm-hmm. How many people? I'm just gonna get. I mean, who knows? They'll probably kick me off the show after this. But you know how many people in America say they're Christians, right?
Yeah.
Well, how come the Bible says that road's narrow? America says that road should be. Everybody in America says they're a Christian, right? Not America, not everybody, but 70% probably say. 65. So what I'm getting at is do people live it, or is it just like?
That's a good question.
I'm just asking because the Bible says it's narrow.
Yeah.
But if you go, if I just go ask people, they'll say, oh yeah, I.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I want to go back first to the we don't work for our salvation.
No, we don't.
If we worked for it, then we would be able to go, and the sacrifice of Jesus on the cross is in vain.
Yep.
But the Bible is very clear, and James chapter 2 talks about faith without works is dead.
Yeah, it is.
Now, it's not saying you have to go and do works.
Sure.
But what it's telling us is that when you truly have faith in Christ, when you truly understand the sacrifice that Christ made for you, you're going to want to go tell people. You're going to want to go stand up and proclaim the name of Jesus everywhere you go. Yeah. That's where I've came.
I got one for you, and I didn't mean to go back-to-back questions, but this gets the fire going in me. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit because you're bold about stuff. So, I was talking about, the road, what the Bible talks about to heaven and hell. That's a word you don't even hear people talk about anymore because they're scared to say it. There is a hell.
Yeah.
There is. I don't care what people, I don't care if they want to sugarcoat it all they want.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that kind of sticks out to me is, how do I want to say this? You can always edit me later. With what you see in the world today, I think there's a heightened, and I don't want to get into things that have happened with, I'm not going to go into Charlie Kirk stuff. I'm not going to get into all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get that debate going because we talked for 56 different hours. But I had a guy say to me, you know my father, my dad's a Republican. He's in state politics. I don't shy away from talking about that kind of stuff, and we don't talk politics on here. But I had a guy say to me, if we would get people just to have conversations with each other, Jesus wouldn't care if you're Republican or Democrat. He don't care if you're white, black, red, or blue, gay, straight, trans. We can say whatever you want. He just wanted to meet people. He wanted to talk to people. We just one of our parts of our sermon today was on Rahab. She was a prostitute. God changed a generation with her. I think nowadays people would be like, "Oh, don't talk to that person," Or does this make any sense where I'm going?
Somewhat.
Sorry, I'm on a tangent.
Are you talking about kind of being like quick to judge?
Yeah, I think we're quick to judge, and we're not always willing to meet people where they're at. Like we're so worried about I'm on the right, this person's on the left. How about whatever? I know what my views are. I know people that know me are going to know where my views are, but we were taught as Christians we're supposed to try to love each other and to. I think this country would go a lot better, and we'd go a lot better with things if people would try to meet people and talk to people more than just say, "Oh, I don't like their views."
Man, it's getting really difficult not talking about politics right now, but I agree 100%. The left
This
and
going, Russ.
the left and right they're doing horrible jobs at hearing each other out.
Yeah, they just fight.
And that's not at all what we're founded on. We're founded on talking it out. I mean, at the end of the day, back then, you could disagree with someone.
Sure.
Now it's like, if you disagree with me,
I hate you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't get us anywhere.
no, it doesn't. It makes zero progress, and that's another reason why I think it's so hard to try to witness nowadays. It's like you're walking on eggshells with people because you never know what person's gonna blow up or. Yeah.
Sure. So okay, you're wanting to go into this. You know, we're talking Ballin4God, we're talking basketball, we're talking Jesus, we're talking everywhere in between. So how do you work that through in your mind? I mean, because it's going to happen if you I know you talk about junior college and then you'd love to go to Liberty, and wherever you end up going, right? How does that come into play? Because not everyone's going to go, oh yeah, man, that's awesome. Then they might say they hate Jesus to your face.
Yeah. I'm watching Bryce Crawford, watching Cliff, watching Nicholas Bowling. You see, they get treated horribly.
Oh, I know. I've seen Nicholas buy. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff before.
And
sure.
it's one of those things. I look, and one of my people that I'm so ready to meet is Paul. I love Paul's letters. I love seeing what Paul went through.
Transition's
and it's
crazy.
just like counting it all joy in your suffering. Even if there's bad, even if you are getting persecuted, even if the person's like, I hate you, you're dumb for believing this, like, I can't believe you. It's like, if they're not going to be open to it, that's on them. I've personally experienced the spiritual grief that it brings when you're trying to witness to people and they're so close to it. I messaged my pastor one day and I'm just like, my spirit hurts for them. Like, I know there's nothing I can do because God has to draw them first.
Sure.
God has to keep working. God has to work in them. And also, they have to answer. But I was just like...
What's that?
It's defrosting.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know what was going on.
I sent a message. And I was just like, man, this makes me just want to go in a room, bawl my eyes out, and cry out to God for them. Mm-hmm. Like, it's spiritually draining. But then at the same time, you do have those people that are open to it, and that kind of gives you that spark back. And it's just like, this person accepted it. And like I was saying earlier, the eternity is greater than comfort. We see in the Bible, one lost person is greater than 99.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to go out and witness to 20 people, if I were to get cussed at, threatened, hated on by 19 of them, but one of them was receptive, all of it was worth it.
You listen to Christian music?
All the time.
There's a lyric from a song from Hillsong that says, break my heart for what breaks yours. That always hits me. It cuts to the quick.
Yeah.
Because what we see in this world today, it doesn't matter if it's in America. I mean, right now, you guys are young, but I mean, there's stuff going on in Minnesota right now. There's stuff going on in Portland right now. There's stuff going on that breaks God's heart. Yeah. He doesn't want to see people like this.
Yeah. And I mean, going back to referring Christian music, if I ever become a pastor, I'm going to be preaching on songs like no other because I love, especially Josiah Queen. He has very deep songs that are like straight from
good
the
lyrics.
Bible. Yeah. I sadly can't think of the name of this song or who the artist was, but in the song he's just like, God, open my eyes for just 1 second. Mm-hmm. Open my eyes so I can see everything that I've been missing. Give me the love for humanity. Give me the arms for the brokenhearted, the ones that are far beyond my reach. Give me your heart for the ones forgotten. Give me your eyes so I can see.
Yeah, it's a great song. I know the song. I'm trying. I'll think of it. But
constant, just a constant like.
How important is worship in your life?
Very.
Yeah.
Very important. Now I will say I don't listen to. I sometimes listen to country. Sometimes I'll admit that.
A little Jelly Roll or a little Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen. But it's mainly Christian. I also get made fun of a lot because I listen to Christian rap.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Who's the rap stars?
Yeah, who's Christian rap? My youngest one would be like KB or something.
yeah,
or,
KB.
is that a big
Lecrae.
one? Lecrae.
Very, very controversial one is Bryson Gray
And why is he controversial?
because he goes hardcore.
Okay, and
He's-
what's that mean? Like what's?
He,
I mean, hardcore is not using the F word, right?
No,
I mean,
no, definitely
explicit
not.
lyrics with this guy. No.
When I mean hardcore, I mean just calling people out.
Sin is sin.
Saying it for how it is. Stuff that's not accepted nowadays.
Yeah,
sadly, but it's like
I thought sin stopped like in 2010 in this country.
it's what people are trying to make it seem like. But Bryson Gray, I really like his because he calls it out for how it is. He used to be a rapper for Trump, and but he's realized like there's still faults in everyone.
There are, sure. Man,
Yeah.
if we put our faith in men, I don't care if you're a Biden supporter, a Trump supporter, who you voted for. No offense.
Yeah.
My dad's in politics. You can't put your faith in men.
100%.
You saw what happened in the Bible whenever people were asking for a king, and you saw what happened whenever God gave him a king.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you like Phil Wickham?
I listen to him a little bit. Excuse me.
Have you watched the David movie yet?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm making it my mission to watch it though. I was the one weekend I had some free time with my girlfriend. I was like, "Hey, let's go watch the David movie." Found out it's not even out yet. I'm like, "Great." But now that it's out,
When's it out? Is it?
It's already out. It's in theaters. Me and Jonah went to go watch it. I can't even remember when
How
we.
come Doc Young didn't go?
I was asleep.
I knew it.
Hey, his
My
sleep
gosh.
schedule.
What is your? What are you networking again? You networking?
I've actually got it back on schedule now.
What is your? You got to hear
I'll
this,
look at that.
Nathaniel. You got to hear this. What's your sleep schedule?
Tell him it before, after.
Well, I was waking up at 7 p.m. and going to bed at 11 a.m.
Do what? Say it again. You were going to bed at when?
7 to 11.
You went to bed at 7
I
at
woke
night.
up at 7 at night.
So what time do you go to bed?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. You stay up all night?
Well, not anymore. I got school.
There's our chance. I told you, you know, here's a chance we're going to lay hands on somebody. We're going to pray.
Hey, he woke up at 9 today.
Russell was messaging me bright and early before the sun came up.
How do you go to church if you're in bed?
Some days I'll get up early.
I miss Ballin4God, man.
Yeah,
We got to have you.
Hey, he
I
woke.
did this too early
he-
this morning.
He woke up at 7:30 the other day.
Yeah.
I'm scared to ask you what you do all the time.
Networking.
Networking.
I'm not-
Networking.
Yes, he's got the.
Oh
cable-
my gosh.
He's got to get the. He's preparing for Fativa to come down his road. He's got fiber.
Fiber? We're talking about fiber?
I have the slowest internet on the road.
Now, when we talk about fiber, is that like because I eat those gruns, those little grunt things? Is that different fiber?
We're talking about fiber to internet.
Oh, fiber internet. Marlow over here. I mean, he lives in. What's the name of the town actually?
Blifford.
Okay, you live in Blueford. I mean, do you guys have www stuff? Do you have internet?
Yeah. Some of us. There's some out in
I'm messing
Farrington
with you, man.
that struggle to get it out there.
Indoor plumbing.
Sometimes.
That's awesome. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's up by. Fativa is up in Dahlgren. I mean, I don't know if you know what Fativa fiber is. That's what we're talking.
He's worried about us. Look, he's getting a verse out. What verse you going to? Is there a verse about networking?
But no, I have no idea.
Bible.
What are you going to read to us?
Well, I'm wanting to circle back to the. You said there's a lot of people in the U.S. now that say they're Christians but don't live like it, and their lifestyle doesn't show it.
I mean, listen, that's what I've always been taught about judging. Yeah. I can't judge because I told you I've had highs and lows in my life, okay? And I'm not big G God, right?
Yep.
And what I'm saying is you can judge the fruit of people though, right? So I'll shut up and let you go from there. What about it's in Matthew 14?
Going back to what I referred to earlier, the book called Not a Fan by Kyle Alderman. Have either one of you heard of it or read it?
I have not read it.
I have not.
It is a phenomenal book, and it shows you and teaches you the true difference between someone who is a follower of Jesus and someone who is a fan of Jesus. So first, I need to distinguish the differences. A fan is an enthusiastic admirer. And a quick example we will. So an example I always like to use: we might know LeBron James. You might have someone who goes to every single one of LeBron James's games, knows every single one of his stats, knows all of these different facts about him. But if you were to go up and be like, "Hey, LeBron, do you know this guy?" No.
Say no, sure.
Don't know this guy.
Yeah.
There is a difference between knowing someone personally and knowing of someone.
Mhm.
And sadly, I think that's what a lot of Christians, what their relationship they think they have is. I think it's just they know of him, but he doesn't know them. They don't actually go to him. They're just like, oh yeah, I believe in him. We know the demons even believe and tremble.
Sure.
But they don't have a relationship. They didn't ask the Lord, come into my life. I want you to be the Lord and Savior of my life. They don't give their life to Christ.
Well, Nathaniel, I always used to say, because I'd speak at different things about like magic 8-ball Jesus. They shake it up when they need him.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the answer I want real quick.
Yeah, and that's
In turmoil or in peril, they'll go there, which isn't bad. I mean, Christ wants us to go to him in those times, but he also wants to go to us in the mundane times too, in the, 24/7, not just in bad times.
yeah. Do you remember the scripture that you pulled up? All right. So you see, Jesus has performed this miracle. Jesus has fed the 5,000. Amazing, amazing miracle straight from God. His disciples and Jesus, they cross over to the other side of the sea. And when these people wake up, they're like, hey, where did Jesus go? Where did his disciples go? So they all get up and they follow. But when this big multitude, Kyle Eidelman was saying he wouldn't be surprised if it grew to 10,000 people by this time.
Mm-hmm.
They come up to him and they're asking all of these things, and right here in verse 60. Therefore, many of his disciples, when they heard this, said, this is a hard saying, who can understand it? When Jesus knew in himself that his disciples complained about this, he said to them, does this offend you? What then if you should see the Son of Man ascend where he was before? It is the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit. They are life, but there are some of you who do not believe. What Jesus is addressing here is these people coming to him, not seeking him because of the signs, not seeking him because of the miracle that he performed, but they're seeking him because he filled their stomach. Mm-hmm. We see them going to Jesus, hey, this guy, he provided a meal for me. That's why they're seeking him. And Jesus is calling them out for it.
Is that why Baptists eat so much?
I don't know, but I'll tell you, that's why I am Baptist. There's nothing better than having a good old church service and then fried chicken. Right
A little fellowship.
Oh, yeah. But
No, I like where you're going with this. Keep going,
yeah,
man.
Jesus is like, hey, I want you to follow me because you're following me.
Yeah.
I don't want you here just because you think I'm going to provide for you every meal or everything. Well, I mean, you see how hard the disciples had it. Hey, I want you to leave.
Pack up and leave everything.
Yeah. I remember.
Could you do that if he said right now you're 18 years old? That'd be
I-
tough, right? That'd
I
be
pray-
tough. And you're not going to play more basketball. Nathaniel, you're at 26-40 right now. You're averaging 27, 28, 30 points a game. I know you're averaging mid-high 20s. And he said, no more, buddy.
If I knew 100% it was from God, then yes. I pray that I have the strength to do that.
That's
because
awesome.
I want it to be all in for God. Nothing left of myself. And that's what he called these people. He called them and said to them, unless you can deny yourself, unless you can hate your father and mother, your own father and mother. Mm-hmm. Well, then that makes you think, well, does Jesus want us to hate our family? No.
That's not
what Jesus is saying is that if it comes down to it, if they are pushing you away, if they throw you out, you should still seek me.
Right.
Yes.
One of my favorite movies, God's Not Dead. You see the Chinese boy get disowned by his parents, and then I don't want to get her ethnicity mixed up, but this one girl who her family
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
They both get thrown out, but they still sought after God. That's what Jesus is calling them to do, and that's sadly what a lot of Christians don't want to do because they're so caught up in their own things.
Don't you guys think, though, that I've been told this a lot. I read a lot of like Pew Research stuff. I like numbers. That's why I like sports. I like statistics. I like things like that. Most people that follow sports, their minds work that way. They like, okay, they know how many points you have. You know, I mean, that's, you know, would you agree?
Yeah.
They know that, you know, so-and-so was averaging how many, you know, touchdowns, field goals, whatever. They say that our country has a big change from my generation to your guys' generation. People are tired of the norm, and they see a spike in youth getting back to Jesus. Mm-hmm. They're tired of the mom and dad quit going to church, grandma quit taking me to church, going once every 5 weeks. They're seeing more people. There's been more people download the Bible on their phone, the Bible app, the different prayer groups, different Bible studies. They said there's been an uptick in the last 2 years. I think we talked about it today in the service that 11% of people, there's a 11% of people more that have, I can't even say what I want to say. I'm getting tongue-tied. More people that have come to Christ. 11%. You know, that's great.
11% increase.
11% increase. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word I wanted. Why do you think that is? Well, what's changing with your guys' age group?
I don't want to act like I'm smart enough to sit here and tell you exactly why, but something that I can think of is truth. Seeking after something that is an undeniable truth is something that's, in my opinion, the country is trying to get rid of. I'm seeing it in college, moral relativism, scary thing. They're trying to teach everyone, hey,
I see it.
Everyone believes what they believe. If you did, like, so you can have your own beliefs, but this person over here they're just as right. So then that makes you stop and think, well, if I think murdering someone is wrong and this person over here thinks it's right, both of us are right.
I can tell you this much, guys. You're going to see it more and more. We have a push that everything is okay. Nothing's wrong. And that's just a blatant attack on what's right next to you. That's a blatant attack on that word. And they'll twist it and they'll turn it because people, you'll see this, guys, as you get older, more and more you're around stuff. And I know you've seen it already at 19 and 18 and 56, but he's not 56, but he acts like it is sometimes, that sleep schedule. You're going to see more and more people want to twist things to fit their thing so they don't have to change.
And that's not what we're supposed to do.
No, if you admit sin, no one wants to admit that. If they admit that, then they have to change their life.
Yeah.
They'd rather attack you for your belief than say what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
But you're going to see a bigger push, especially in the state we live in. You watch next few years, there's nothing off limits. If it's justifiable in their mind, well, hey.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk crazy. I'm just being honest, man.
And that's what I think is
Would
terrifying.
you call it moral what?
Moral relativism.
Okay.
Everything's relative. Pretty much that's what they're trying to teach is morals, that they differ on the person. And I think it's a scary look because if you get people to believe that and to apply that, then that takes away the need for God.
Sure.
Here I'd say, obviously it's obviously I don't know everything. I mean, we don't know everything, but I'd say phones. Obviously, back when you were growing up, it was probably something different. That was
telegraph.
It was something different impacting what you guys call sin.
Sure.
But I'd say phones in our generation technology causes a lot of sin because I mean, if you download
you can get anything you want right there.
If you download TikTok or Instagram, you get on there, start your page up, put what you like on there, and it'll just tell you For You page everything you like. And I mean, if Nate's a Christian, it's going to send out videos saying, hey, this is what you believe, this is what you need to believe. So it'll start sending out videos of Cliff. Or if Billy Bob's over here believes far left, it's going to send out videos of that. So I mean, I think that's what kind of puts people into these small groups of believing what they want to believe, and whatever they want to believe is okay. Because it just kind of gets reaffirmed whenever they turn their phone on.
I just always go back to you've got to have that personal relationship. If you don't have that personal relationship, you will be swayed with anything.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think a bit like one of the biggest misconceptions with Christianity is it's a set of rules. It's just a religion. No. I believe that it's a lot deeper than that.
Yep.
I believe it's a relationship that we are called to have.
They can't find my king.
And I like using this analogy. It's like God is our Father, and He wants what's best for us. He doesn't tell us not to go get drunk because He doesn't want us to have fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell us not to go do this because He wants to keep us back, but He wants to protect us, and He wants to keep us safe. Just like parents making rules for their kids growing up. I know I wasn't allowed to watch certain things. I don't look back and be like, man, I really missed out. No, I'm glad they didn't let me watch those things. And, I mean, at the end of the day, they're just trying to protect us.
You get callous to it if you don't watch it. You get callous to things.
Yeah.
Sin doesn't matter. Doesn't even bother you.
Yeah.
You know, the more and more you do it, it's like, it's for the good and for the bad side. The more and more you go talk to people, the more easy it's going to be. The more you talk to 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people, it gets easier and easier. It's no different with sin.
Yep, for sure. And kind of going back to the kids searching for truth, if we're constantly being told there is no, like, 100% truth in anything, then it's like, what's the purpose? I think they're seeking truth, they're seeking purpose, and that's why they're coming to God. But the U.S., the nation, the world is trying to erase that because they don't want us coming back to God.
No.
And so if you...
They lose grip.
If
we go back to God, they lose grip on things. They don't want that.
Exactly. If you go in and you teach morals are relative, there are no morals, there's no higher power. I mean, that goes back into the argument for there being a creator. We are a creation, so there has to be a creator. And then that creator is what designs what's right and what's wrong. Because then you have to sit down here and you have to ask yourself, what ultimately says what's right and wrong? Is it just the government? Who decides that?
Yeah.
Who says that murdering is wrong?
Sure.
Or all these other actions is wrong? You have to have a higher power. And that's where they don't want us to turn. And so that's why they're trying to teach us, like, everyone's truth is their own.
How do you combat that?
Combat what?
How do you stop that?
I mean, I can't say it enough. Read the Bible.
Prayer.
Yeah. Prayer, read the Bible.
Developing that relationship.
Yeah, developing the relationship. Because the moment you stop viewing Christianity as a set of rules you need to follow, as something you're constantly working for, and realize that Christianity is God trying to get to us. Oh, that was a great analogy that I just thought of. All the other religions is man trying to get to God, but Christianity is God trying to get to man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
And so I think the moment that we stop looking at Christianity as these set of rules I have to follow, these things I have to live by, and see it as He wants a relationship with me. He wants me to love Him, and He wants me to experience the unconditional love that only He can give.
It's the difference between anything else. It's the difference, man.
Yeah. And I love this analogy. We all have a God-sized hole in our hearts. If you're not saved, you have a God-sized hole in your heart that you will constantly seek to fill with worldly desires.
For sure.
And that's where you get all these people that are constantly like, I want more, I want more. And
Drugs,
you see-
sex, and rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You
trying to be a
see-
smart aleck.
you
That's
see
what
all-
people can do. You can
Yeah.
fulfill it with. You can have 4,000 girlfriends. You can have 10 million. I mean, honestly, you can have $10 million. You can. I mean, it's reality, guys. You're not going to be fulfilled.
Well, what about-
You'll always be seeking more and more and more, because you'll have to have a new high. You'll have to have a new fix.
Exactly. You see all these celebrities that get to the top. They have everything, but they're still like, there's something missing.
Their suicide rates sometimes higher than the people in the middle.
And they crumble very quickly. I mean, you see a lot of those celebrities that crumble and fall, and because they get to that top, well, the quote top, but it's not really the top. I mean, they don't really have. I mean, they have everything in the world's view, but I mean, in God's view, they have nothing.
One of the highest suicide rates now, and they say in your guys' generation, is influencers.
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously not seen it in person, but I mean, like, just based off like seeing stuff on the Instagram. I mean, you see somebody of not, I guess you could say, they have power as far as the world and the Instagram. You see those people that fall because, I don't know, it happens quite a bit.
They built it on sand. They don't build it on the rock.
And
Yes,
they crumble very quickly,
Sure.
whether that's them doing something wild and extravagant of
Yeah, no, I get it.
murdering or doing drugs or whatever, or if that's something of them doing self-harm to themselves, which I think a lot of that stems from people that don't have something to rely on. And you mentioned it earlier with Andre Drummond. He went into that season because he didn't really have anything but basketball. He put basketball first.
Yeah, and I think that's a point where they come to is just like, what is all of this? If you don't believe in God, then you probably believe that you just go to sleep or it goes black and whatnot. But it's like, everything that's down here, I'm not going to be able to take with me.
Yeah.
So then what's the point? And then that's when they become depressed. It's like, man, I don't really have anything to look forward to. And I think that's a question that you have to ask yourself. It's like, this life is going to come to an end. Mm-hmm. Death and taxes is the only thing guaranteed.
Yeah.
But that's when you got to ask yourself, is there more?
Sure.
Is there something else?
Did you think this is what the show was going to be like? You ever been on a show like this?
I was really hoping it was going to be like this.
Good. You know, I we love sports. Russ and I do, and I can tell you this much. You know, we had Nick Hill on about a month ago, a little maybe more than a month ago, and he could have talked to anything he wanted. He's head football coach at SIU. You know, he's an all-state basketball and football player, and we'd let the interview go any way he wanted to. You know. And we were thankfully drove all the way down. That's when we were in one of the cabins before we were in the hospital.
The lighthouse.
We were in the lighthouse. And he literally took over an hour, and he talked more about God and relationship with players.
He had a recruit to go see after, too.
He had a recruit to go see afterwards in Marion. And I was impressed. I mean, he could have talked and just gloated about sports and his own accolades. And
he had wonders if DJ Williams was going to get first, if he was going to get accepted to come back for another year, and then if he was even going to stay at SIU. And I say those type of people that are willing to, and especially for Nick Hill, because the way of college football has changed completely with the transfer portal. You said you don't really pay much attention to sports, but I'm sure you at least know. The transfer portal in college sports has completely changed, and for Nick Hill, in the middle of the transfer portal season. He's got to try to keep all his guys there. He's got to try to get different types of guys, like not just high school players. He's got to try to get a sophomore in college to come play for him. And instead of just spending that hour, probably another 30 minutes driving, right?
Yeah, each way, yeah.
And so instead of spending that 2.5 hours of trying to recruit guys, he came on the show and talked about God.
Yeah,
and
it was very open, too. He wasn't holding back.
He talked about sports for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was mainly because we asked, hey, how's SIU doing?
Well, I'll say this too, Nathaniel, and Russ, to you and to Doc. Is Doc awake?
He's awake. He's
on
good.
His sleep schedule. Is he awake right now? What do you guys? It's gonna make sense here in a second. I promise. With sports, what's your goal to use sports going forward with you? Because here's what I'm going to say. There's some people that say, yes, Jesus, help me, please help me. But if they don't score 30 a night and they start scoring 7 a night and playing bad, do they still have that firm foundation? Or is it like, I don't need this guy anymore?
Well,
does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I don't really know if I'm one to be able to sit right here and be like, oh no, they don't have that firm foundation anymore. Because like you said, we all have a time in our life where we will go through a valley, mm-hmm. And there will be times where it's going to be hard to trust God. Sure. Guaranteed. We're humans. We doubt. When we're not in control, that's when we start worrying, and that's why a lot of people ultimately don't want to give their lives over to Christ. But as in my sports career, I feel like other people care more about me scoring 3,000 than I do.
Okay. Fair?
I'd say so. And I hear it a lot. It's not.
Russ knew how many points you had. You didn't know.
I don't know if I'll get him in trouble or not, but my dad, he really wants me to hit it. And
hit what?
The 3,000.
Okay. Makes sense. I get it, man.
Yeah,
I'm a dad.
I was gonna
I
say,
understand completely.
Yeah,
I would too.
I feel like parents would really want their kids.
Sure,
to
you're his
hit
son.
records and
Yeah.
stuff. But he's like saying stuff, and I remember I was sitting on my desk chair. So just a fun backstory on that desk. Me and my brother used to have bunk beds. Well, he hated sleeping on the top, and I developed this love to study and stuff. So I was like, "Hey, get out!" I kicked him out to the couch. I took out the bottom, and I put a desk in there, and so now I got a little workspace. But I was sitting on my desk, and my dad comes in, and he's just like, "Do you even care about this record? Do you even care about these points?" And I was just like, "Dad, if you want me to be honest, no." I said, "Would it be nice? Yes. Have I been working my entire life for it? Yes. But I'm more worried about going out and being able to use the platform to spread Jesus, to spread the name of Jesus to everyone I can." I will say there was a point in time where my love for basketball just kind of faded. I mean, this was during the time where I was really just kind of questioning, like, is what I'm doing glorifying God? Because I wanted everything I am to be glorifying to Him. My dad comes and he's like, pretty much reminding me of the talents. Like,
Sure.
God gave you this. Yeah. I don't think He would want you to quit. And so, do I care about the points? It's one of those. If I hit it, great. Yeah. If I hit it, I get to use the platform to tell people about Jesus.
Sure.
If I don't, oh well. I get to go tell people about Jesus. And it won't be the end for me. Going to college and playing there, again, just trying to use the platform to direct it all back to God, and ultimately trying to use the talent that He gave me to get to the best place to build up myself to be the best I can for His ministry, for what He's ultimately wanting me to do. Because like I said, Liberty, they have a great program there, but it's expensive. It gets pricey, and I don't want to sit back and be like, "Yeah, Mom and Dad, I want you to go in debt." I don't want to go in debt to pay just to go to college. It's like, if I can use this talent that God gave me to help provide a way for me to go study and work for Him, so just, again, redirecting it back to Him, then I'm going to try to. And so that's kind of where I am right now.
Russ, we've held him in the hostage room for almost 2 hours. How you want to?
Well, I will say, I mean, a lot of people can say what you say. They can easily say it and hide behind a mask or hide behind a phone and say all that stuff. But I think there's a genuineness to what you're saying. Like, I think you truly mean it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking to you, and it's not like you're just saying this one time on camera. You're saying this behind closed doors, one-on-one, or just me and you texting or whatever. I truly do think that you believe what you believe, as far as, obviously, you believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins and did all that for us. But, I mean, you want to really submit your life to Him. I can tell that. And, I mean, I've told you this before. I've told other people this before. It's an encouragement to see people that really do everything they can to glorify God. I mean, because nothing we give, God's not going to be like, "Oh, wow, that's Nathaniel hit 20 points tonight. That's really helping me out." Nothing we do helps Him out besides just living and doing what we do for Him. And I can tell that that's all you care about.
Have we figured out a way to clone him yet? Hey, you do all that networking. Hey, young Doc, get off TikTok or Tinder. Get off Tinder. I won't use the other
He's
one
Instagram
on you.
Reels guy.
He's Instagram Reels guy. Have we figured out a way of networking to make 14 million of those over there?
That's a Russell question.
That's a Russell question.
We'll talk to Camden and his engineering. I don't know if he knows.
Is he social engineering?
I guess.
All right, fantastic.
We'll talk to him, see if we can get this.
No, it's an encouragement to me, and I've said it probably 57,000 times on the hour and a half or so we've been here together today. But it's encouraging to me as a dad with a 18-year-old son that'll be 19 in 2 months, and a 14-year-old son that'll be 15 in 3 months. I went to I don't want to spook you on this, but at the end of the service today, we had some like altar time, and I went up there with my two boys and their friend, and I prayed with them, And because sometimes God's like, man, you can talk it real good, but you got to walk it too, you know. It's really easy. I'm not going to say anything on this microphone, you know. But, I mean, the real reality of life happens when we drive out of here. You know, I work at Weeks in Benton. I work at a car dealership. I'm there probably 15, 20 hours a week.
Does Will know that?
The guys I know, they're like, he's the only guy I know that's here 6 days a week and works 17 hours total. But I'm pretty good at numbers. That's not very many hours a day. But anyways, that's reality. Reality is going to be when you drive back to Blueford and you're at Weber Township High School and you're at SIU and Doc Young's networking or whatever he's doing every day.
At Ren
You in
Lake?
college too?
Ren Lake?
You're at Ren Lake? You have any classes with Trey?
No, I see him a lot though.
Yeah, Trey, that's my son. He's delivering Joe's Pizza right now, who's one of our big sponsors. He is. He's delivering Joe's right now. He works at Joe's. Huh?
Is he gonna bring us a pizza?
Why didn't he? He should have brought us. He'll bring us one Wednesday. I'll make him bring us one.
All right. Well,
Wednesday.
he doesn't get any, though.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. I gave him frosted peanut butter pretzels from Rural
I did
King.
get frosted
From
peanut
Rural
butter
King.
pretzels.
But
Oh,
but
my.
I guess what I'm getting at is we can talk to her blue in the face. We can talk to her as blue as the jacket from Weber Township High School. With a beautiful blue on my Bears
Uh-huh.
sweatshirt. But it's all talk unless we put it to action.
Yes.
I just want to leave two things, and then I'll stop talking. One, anyone that's watching, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Go look for yourself. Go read. Go find out for yourself. That's one thing I did. Go search for yourself. Find the true meaning, and find how much God truly loves you. And second, going back to what you said about claiming it and then actually walking the walk. A lot of influencers are claiming the name of Jesus, but their lifestyle is not showing it.
Yeah.
The way they're living is not showing it. And so that goes back to look at it yourself. Don't go off of just what other people say. Now, I'm not saying don't trust anyone, but make sure you have your firm foundation before you go and just blindly follow someone.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Christ is my firm.
That's it. Whenever we kept mentioning, I was
Cody
actually
Carnes. It's a good song. It's a good song. His wife's she's a worship leader too. What's her name? Yeah. Oh heck, his wife's a big time singer too. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Every time we mentioned Firm Foundation, I was thinking of that
It's a
song.
great song. Well, that song's true though. Well, I mean, I'll leave you with this because that's why I like music. I'll just tell you. Russ, keep talking. I'm gonna read something.
Yeah, I mean, but we were talking about music earlier. I know you talked about Josiah Queen quite a bit. Whenever I say his, I don't know. I thought I said his name wrong for a second.
What?
Anyway, what did I say his name was?
Josiah Queen. You got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Josiah.
Well, I thought I was saying some guy from Isaiah Queen from Peeneyville for a second.
Yeah. Well, there's a queen in the NBA too.
Yeah, and
For the Pelicans.
but yeah, anyways, Josiah Queen. I mean, we talked about him whenever I came over there, McLeansboro, and you're like, you listen to him a lot, but I completely agree. And he everything he talks about is from the Bible. I mean, Dusty Bibles was probably like a song that he didn't talk about Bible as much, but
It's still a really good wake up call.
yeah, it's a good wake up call. And I don't know, Phil Wickham, Chris Zim, I told you about him, Josiah Queen, and all those guys. I mean, they go back to the Bible. They don't just say, I don't know. It's really encouraging to hear their stuff because it's not just, hey, this is what we do. They say this is what we do and this is how we're supposed to live, and
Carrie
it's not
Job.
just singing.
Carrie Job's his wife.
That's her name.
Cody Carnes' wife. It's Carrie Job. It says, "Rain came and wind blew." I don't ever get emotional on this show. We can't bring preachers on here anymore, man.
So
Can we edit this stuff?
so Jonah and Sean can't come.
No, they can't. It says, "But my house was built on you. I'm safe with you." I'm going to make it through. I mean, that's...
That reminds me of this movie scene I saw. Yeah. But I should probably stop talking.
No, it's good, man. It's good. It's real.
Yeah.
People can tell when you're real. People can tell when you're fake. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, people can see through. They can see through the facade. And I've used that word, the mask. You know, I had a buddy of mine do a lesson on like an onion, peel back all the layers and stuff. You know, but
I think there's different definitions of fake, by the way. I mean, I think a lot of people in our age group are like, man, that person's fake. But, like, they're not talking about the same type of fake. I mean, I think keeping it real, I think people keeping it real as far as the relationship is the most important thing. And that's what really influences people. And I don't know,
It seems like we are taught to try to mask
yeah.
the whether it be the pain,
sin. We
Sin.
we can't talk about it.
100% mask sin,
Sure.
and
That's Satan's control, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to freak you guys out, but and there's probably my last show ever. They'll probably FCC will take me off or something. But I mean, you know,
CNN.
with your guys' age, sexual stuff. I mean, I don't ever get in this discussion with people on this show. But you're a preacher and stuff, and you got me talking things. I mean, I already talked politics, which I said I probably would never do on here. You know, because I don't blast that stuff out. I don't say my dad's name every show. And my dad's All Stars and Stitches, they sponsor the trivia, but I don't talk about my dad's politics. 4-3. He's gonna give the phone number. You know what I'm saying, though. I don't get on here and say, well, let me tell you what Dave voted for this week. You know, I don't do that stuff. But I will say that. You know, that's a big thing that Satan's going to try to twist anything he can. You know, he's going to try to twist anything he can, whether that's you have a girlfriend, he's going to try to twist that any way he can. He's going to try to use that relationship you have and try to push you away from it. Where you have God in your life, and I'm sure you feel like God's brought you and this young lady together, you're dating, and you're going to try to live that out as a Christian to show her, you know, a Christian man. Satan's going to try to twist that. That's reality, man.
yeah, and I mean, proof for it. You look in Genesis chapter 3. You won't surely die.
Yeah, you
That's
won't
what
surely
Satan-
die,
yeah.
will you?
And just going with the masking and the twisting things.
Sure.
Satan tries to do everything against God and try to make God look like the bad guy and like he doesn't want what's best for you.
He doesn't want you to have fun. He doesn't want you to have. No, he's looking out for you because he knows what can do. The wages of sin is death.
Yep.
It's death. It's not eternal life. And it, yeah, this is good. Is he coming on weekly?
Weekly, we'll have a weekly at 30.
Is he my accountability partner? Are you guys going to make me? I was in a thing called Celebrate Recovery for years. I actually led. I started off in it, and then I was involved as a leader for a couple of years at my church. And, you know, I joke with people. Everyone's in recovery. Doesn't matter what the sin is. Every human being, every Christian is. We're all recovering. Some people it's pride. Some people, I mean, the big ones are the ones that catches people's eyes, lust and murder and all that. But I always say the biggest robber of people in this generation is time, where you spend your time.
I don't know if it was C.S. Lewis that said this or if it was just some random pastor, but they said if the devil can't get to you, the devil will make you busy.
He'll keep you busy, man.
Yep. The
He'll keep you
devil will
busy.
make you feel like you don't got time for God.
Yeah, he will. He'll fill you with 53,000 other things besides that book next to you and prayer, or not just those two things. Those two things which you've talked about a bunch, the Great Commission, which will equip you to talk to people. He'll keep you from doing that. He'll keep you from taking what's in your heart and in your soul and reaching others with it. He'll try to bury it underneath a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. My dad, one thing he's telling me was like, when I sit down to read, I got a million other things going through my mind. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And that's kind of how it is when I read. So what I do is you take a time and you ask God, Lord, I have this written down right here, Psalm 23, everything I read before a game. Lord, slow me down. Don't let my pride take control. Remind me that you are in control. Restore my soul and my joy. I mean, if you make time for God, God will provide for you. I love this quote. It was by John Wesley, big evangelist going around preaching and everything. And this man or woman, someone comes up to him and is just like, "Hey, what are you doing to get all these people to come watch you preach?" And he's like, "Well, I spend time alone with God in prayer. He lights me on fire, and people come watch me burn."
That's awesome.
Prayer is powerful.
Yes.
And if you ask God to slow you down, he will slow you down. Mm-hmm. It's going to take work. It's not just going to be like that. Like if you pray for patience, he's not just going to give you patience, but I believe he's going to give you circumstances to make you patient if you actually use them correctly. If you actually use it and apply it to your life. Same thing with strength. But if you ask God, Lord, help me to focus on this passage. He's been faithful to me, at least. I'm no better than anyone else. I'm the same dirty, rotten sinner.
Yeah.
If he'll do it for me, he'll do it for you.
Russ, finish us home. Finish us off, buddy.
Well, I know that I really appreciate having him on because I said it was an encouragement to hear him. I thought more people definitely need to hear about this. I mean, planting seeds is important. It's not about the stories either. I mean, like, it doesn't matter what your testimony is, whether it's big and extravagant where you went through the hardest life and all that and you turned to God, or if you just grew up a Christian, it doesn't matter. Everybody has something that they can provide that God can use to encourage somebody. And it was really important for me to have him on because it encourages me, and I was happy that he was. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he encourages one person, as you mentioned earlier. It just planting those seeds is awesome.
It encourages me. I'm 47 years old. I say it like 35 times a week. My buddy's joking me. I bring up my age constantly. Well, because you guys are also young, 56 and 18 and 19. But it encourages me to hear that a guy that's going to score, and I'm just going to speak it, I'm going to manifest it, he's going to score over 3,000 points in high school. He's going to. And we can't get him to stop talking about preaching and Jesus. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, everything.
Everything. In this day and age, he should be talking about how his Instagram account, how he's getting more people to watch his videos and people to like him, and he doesn't come out here in a bunch of drip. He's got his Christian T-shirt on. He took his shoes off, which he's got more manners than I do. He's got probably his team jacket on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm encouraged because you're humble. And I know you're not perfect. I know you sin. I know that, and I know if you scored 3 points a game the rest of the season, you know where your salvation is. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
We definitely appreciate you coming because
you're not gonna score 3 a game. You're gonna score 33
Yeah.
a game. 33 a game.
30.
Get him the ball. What's your head coach's name?
Jackson.
I know. Let's get him. Jax, get this guy the rock, man.
It's like
Can we get him some more shots? I mean, he had 68 points this past weekend. Could we get? I'd like him to have about 85 points. Quit letting his brother shoot. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but we really appreciate you coming on. I mean, it's the midst of the season as it's really kicking into high gear here. Got school tomorrow. Well, let's just tell everybody. We said we weren't going to tell them. We're filming on Sunday for this one.
We are. We did.
And but he's got school tomorrow, and we just really appreciate you making the drive down here because we always say it's really encouraging for people to just take time out of their day. I mean, we talked about time and what you use your time for. It shows who you are, and you coming all the way down here from Blueford. It's
the love of your life is where you spend your time.
Yeah. He's got the words. I couldn't figure it out.
That's what you do as humans. You spend time where you want to spend time.
Yeah. Was it 45-minute drive?
I think it's 40.
Yeah. So, we just appreciate you doing that.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to our final segment of this show as we had to film 2 separate days with Marlow on Sunday, and then today we have the McKays on Wednesday.
That's why we're in different clothes.
Yes, I figured it'd be okay if we didn't wear the same clothes.
Thank God you're not in that tutu this time.
Tutu. Oh, the sweater?
No. Tutu. Just roll.
We almost had that problem when we left the house. We had the exact. We can't go in
Were you
the
the
same
same thing?
outfit. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That can't happen.
Russ is nervous though. You're wearing that Arkansas sweatshirt. Diehard Kentucky fan over here.
Well, we're doing pretty bad at the half right now. So
Coach Cal, is the Razorbacks coach now.
Oh yeah, it's Kentucky's doing really bad right now.
Are we gonna introduce these guys?
I'm just saying Kentucky's down 42-31 against LSU.
Ugh, Bayou Bengals.
It's they're probably bottom of the conference, and we're getting ready to be below them.
Mark Pope's gonna get fired.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, seeming like it.
He does it not?
Well, now we're gonna get into these guys that we got enough of with Kentucky. Just introduce your guys' selves. Obviously, you're brothers. A lot of people know you. I mean, a lot of people are starting to get to know you. Tell everybody about yourselves.
Yeah, so I'm Blake McKay. Went to Woodlawn High School. I'm a teacher now. I teach at Centralia. And I graduated in 2020. What grade were you in? I don't know. He's 7 years younger than me. So
grade.
I went through,
7 years.
graduated, and now he's kind of following in the footsteps, I guess.
11th
Hopefully.
grade. Now you've been in 4th grade.
Yeah. Oh, you were young whenever we were. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's me.
I'm 7 years younger. My name's Luke McKay, class of 2027. I'm a junior at Woodland High School.
You're the starting. Are you a shooting guard? What is your position with the Cardinal?
I'd call myself a 2.
You're a 2. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I say 3. I
Are you a gunner? I know you are.
I mean, I can bring it. I bring it down sometimes. So I'd say
You like to
I'd
shoot
say
it though, right?
Yeah. I'd say I'm more of a 2 than a 3.
I understand.
You were hot against. I mean, I know you guys didn't come out on top against Weber, but I mean, like in that third quarter, you were hot. You had like 5 threes. I mean, you could do a lot of different things. I mean, I've watched you play over the past couple of years, and whenever you played Weber your sophomore year, and you were scoring just around the basket, and then this past week, you were scoring from 3. Just talk about your versatility as a player.
Actually, my sophomore year, I couldn't shoot like at all. But then in the summer, me and Blake got in the gym, and I just constantly worked on my shot, and then try to be more confident with it this year. I honestly should probably start driving a little bit more than I think I do right now, but I think I've got a lot better just all around, just doing everything I can to produce, pass, shoot, score.
You won a state title in 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
Class S, obviously with Frick and McClure and a bunch of those other guys. And that's where the name started clicking with me, just because I've got boys, one older than you and one younger than you, so I'm around sports and stuff all the time. In 8th grade, where did you play? Were you inside or were you outside? Like in the offense as an 8th grader?
I was inside. I was like the 4.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking with his size. Mm-hmm. So my mind, this is how I'm thinking. It's evolving for you because you went from being a big kid as an 8th grader. Not that you're not big now, but as you get into high school and you're 6'2", 6'3", guards are 6'2" and 6'3". Yeah. When you're in 8th grade, hey, get in the post. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
And now, like, your games had to evolve, had to change, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Actually, my 6th grade, like when I was really young, I played more of the point. But then when I got older, like 7th grade, 8th grade,
Probably grew.
Yeah, I grew, and then I think I was 6'1" in the end of my middle school, but I always just played inside, and I don't think I probably hardly shot the 3 ball in my 8th grade year, and then freshman year, my freshman coach, Coach Pinkerton, he let me shoot the 3 a little bit more. He helped me work on it. I still wasn't that great, but then I started to develop more like guard skills, and obviously working with him.
Well, I know this, Russ. That one can score the basketball.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, over 2,000 points, over 2,300. I lost my stupid piece of paper, but I actually, they always say I fly off the seat of my pants, off the cuff, but over 2,300 points. It's got to be nice to have a brother that was that good, second all-time leading scorer at Woodlawn to lean on, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've looked at all the, ways he scored growing up. I went to all of his games. Me and Ian Bennett, we watched our brothers play together. Some years, 3 out of the 4 years, they made a good run, but he's definitely been a big influence, more than I credit him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
News to me.
for you had a pretty stellar career. I mean, you said, did you go to a super sectional championship 3 different
You
times?
got hair that's.
Yeah, so we
What is this thing doing, man? All right, sorry.
we played for
Fixed him.
a sectional championship 3 times. We won one of them. So we played for a super once. So yeah, 3 sectional championships.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously that must create some sort of great atmosphere. And don't stone me to death. I mean, the other people over here on the camera, but I mean, I think 1A basketball is some of the best atmospheres. That's created some great atmospheres, especially over there at Woodlawn. I mean, what was it like playing in the Midland Trail and getting to play in those big atmospheres? Well, it might not look big on paper just because there might be 1,000 people there,
Yeah.
but
It's like stuffs the gym, man.
Yeah. Well, at that time, I'm trying to think. Wayne City was pretty good. But my freshman year, Waltonville was good. Weber was good. Wayne City was good. But the Midland Trail as a whole was not very great. That first year it was. As I got older, it got kind of less competition in the Midland Trail, so we kind of beefed up our non-conference schedule. And then, like now for them, the Midland Trail is stacked. I mean,
It's unreal.
North Clay almost beat Lawrenceville.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they almost beat them. They were up at half, pretty big. They were in the Midland Trail.
they're in the National Trail now.
Oh, they switched.
Yeah.
No, well, never mind.
Red Hill now.
Okay, well, they were in our conference. They weren't bad at the time, but the environment was really good when I was playing in those games. Wayne City had a pretty decent environment. The non-conference environments were really good, and I think part of it was like we were talking about before, Woodlawn being good since like 2008, 9.
Been on a heck of a run.
For 12 years, more or less, it was known as basketball town, and we got everybody's best game. We played bigger schools. We beat bigger schools even before I was around, and even more so before I was around, to be honest. So I think that contributed to the atmosphere a lot. Like that really boosted kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, but when you win, people come watch.
Sure.
I mean, you saw that this year with Waltonville and Woodlawn.
Definitely.
They were selling tickets the week before or whatever. Like, good teams bring fans and bring
Sure.
energy and stuff like that. So
People
I
wanna
think
be
that
around
momentum, that momentum is what created those atmospheres. But like you said, 1A in particular, the fans are so passionate about it because it's such a small town. Everybody knows everybody, related to half the people most of the time, and people are passionate about it. It's personal at that level. Not to say it isn't elsewhere, but it definitely gets good atmospheres since I've been around.
Well, I know one thing. It's like he's like a celebrity. I'll just tell you this. He doesn't even know what I'm going to tell him, but my dad likes to go to ball games all the time. Well, last year my oldest one's a senior at Benton, so I don't get to go watch hardly anybody else because they're playing all the time, and my youngest one's an 8th grader. So it's hard. 8th grade doesn't play the same nights as varsity basketball, so I'm at games all the time. Well, my dad's like, okay, Travis, you got to go with me. We're going to go watch Weber. You're at the game in Woodlawn. So you were actually sitting right behind me at that game last year. I can tell you right where I was at in Woodlawn Gym. But he's like a celebrity because about 4,000 people talked to him, I felt like.
I think I remember that.
Oh, yeah, because my dad and I came.
Yeah, we were getting into that. I'm sorry if
yeah.
we.
No, it was good. It was a good game. But did you dunk that game?
It was a rim grazer. I mean,
Yeah, but
it was like
he was talking about it in the crowd.
Nobody
I remember that word. Was your son with you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I probably made a fool of myself.
No, it's okay.
It was me and my best friend sitting there, and we kind of let loose in the game.
No, it was good, man. It was good. He enjoyed it. No, it was good for Brody to see that atmosphere because
that did bring a crazy atmosphere.
it was unbelievable. That place was packed, man.
Yeah.
And that's the night that Marlow broke Weber's scoring record. Didn't
That's
he?
right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
As a junior.
as a junior, it's unbelievable. But I mean, we're talking about. I love basketball. I mean, I could talk for 12 straight days about it. But how cool is it now to have a younger brother? You lived it, man. You played it. You've been around it. Now you're teaching, not coaching yet. I can't believe you're not coaching. But how different is it now to be a fan and it's your brother playing on maybe one of the best Woodlawn teams there's been?
Yeah. It's definitely different. I like it though. I like being, it's crazy what you can see as a fan,
Yeah.
removed from the game. And sometimes I sit close to the bench, and sometimes I won't. But it's just crazy when you're not close to the bench. Like, you have no idea what's internally going on in the game. You know, whether it's timeouts or actually on the floor. Just there's so many details that you only know as being a player. So it's just interesting. I'm trying to think of all the things, like what's going through his head. And,
Sure.
you know, the way the game's unfolding, what kind of trash talk's being said.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
just all the little stuff. Like, that's what I like nerding out over basketball a lot. And so
No, I
being a fan is interesting to just kind of dissect everything from a removed standpoint.
How is he as a junior? Compare him like with yourself. I mean, I know you're different players, but think back to your junior and his junior year. Where's the trajectory?
I think his trajectory is looking great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like he had talked about, I don't know if that was on or off camera, but when he was freshman, he just started getting into like guard territory.
Yeah.
And so that's new to him. And, you know, one thing we've talked about a lot with him is like low to the ground, explosive, seeking shots, you know, getting in a lane and kicking, stuff like that.
Sure.
Being low to the ground, just guard movements. And
Don't be
that's,
stiff.
not straight up.
Yeah.
And that's new to him. So being new to him, like I think it's going to compound growth, you know, as he gets into that mindset. Because it's being a guard and scoring is a mindset.
Sure.
It's all about your desire to score,
Mamba mentality.
desire to, you know, cut into defenses and stuff. So as he kind of develops that, I think it's going to grow even better. But he's on a good trajectory, and the good thing for him is like I'm kind of stubby in the arms. He's long and lanky,
Yeah.
and you can see his post moves. Sometimes he gets these weird angles and can score around people still, and like that.
Because you're taller, right?
Yeah. I was never like that, so
I'll say that one more time. You're taller, right?
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
You can still whip him though, right?
Oh yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
not.
I only got one game to 7 in me, but for that 7 points, I think
He's
I'll be
dead
all
for
right. After that, I gotta go sit down.
Can't wait till you're my age, man.
So for you guys, basketball is obviously important in your guys' lives at this point. But where did it kind of all start for you guys? I mean, it's a 7-year age gap. I mean, you probably got inspired by watching him play. But where did it start for you and for you?
For me, it was my dad. I think I have a picture somewhere. He had like a little Tykes goal. I'm like an infant, and I got several pictures just holding just basketballs and stuff. But the Mount Vernon YMCA League, and then we go into JCSA, which is Jefferson County, and then the grade school ball, and then the summer ball. I started playing for the Bears in junior high.
Shout out
time
Justin
frame.
Barrington.
Yep, shout out Justin Barrington. I had a really good time with the Bears too. I met so many people that I'm still friends with now. Another one of my close friends, I met a couple through there. And then 7th grade, we moved to Woodlawn from Mount Vernon, and that was when Ross Owens and them went through. Watched them go to state, and so from that point, I'd say 7th, 8th grade, I started basketball as my sport. You know, I started focusing in on it, and once high school, that was like my only thing. You know, so that was basketball for me.
You've been a bit. I made you a quarterback too.
I tell you what, I can't.
I wouldn't have made you one, but
you can ask
I know some
people.
guys that would've.
You know that people that you can ask people that know me. My spirals aren't too clean. They're
No,
not too
running
pretty.
back then?
That's what I was.
Okay.
I'll say this.
I look at him. I see the football.
I
potential.
was running back in 5th grade for Mount Vernon football, and broke my arm in practice and never played football again.
Okay. Oh, well, I get it. I understand.
I wish I did. I watched football edits and stuff, and I'm like, man, I wish that was me.
It's the competitor in you.
Oh yeah.
And for
What
you,
about basketball for you? Yeah.
I mean, definitely watching him growing up, but that's kind of a boring answer. At Woodlawn, I started at field in grade school, like really, really little, like pre-K kindergarten. Actually, I don't even think I went to kindergarten there, but
No, you didn't.
yeah. So we started like, I don't know what the league's called, the little league for
YMCA.
basketball. Really, really young, and I've been around this. My whole friend group been around each other since like at the very beginning. So it was definitely fun playing with them, and I think that just kind of sparked everybody's love. I mean, we all loved playing. We played recess anytime we got the chance. and then I really sparked my love for the game. Like when we went to like, an Indiana Patriots game, watched my sister compete, like a little cheer thing when she was younger.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw Paul George play.
Ooh.
I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy, but that's my favorite player by far. And I
Are you still a Paul George fan?
Yeah. My numbers actually came off of him.
Really?
13
Okay.
in grade school, but when I moved our Woodlawn, we didn't have that, so I picked 24.
Okay.
It's funny.
See
I
that
had
jersey
a-
behind you?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
JoJo Johnson. 24 was the number I always wanted to be.
I had a video come up on my Snapchat memories. It was like 6 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. And it was him. He's like that tall, like dunking on. We lowered to go to like 8 feet. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like junior or senior in high school. And him and my other friend's little brother, similar in age, and they were out there playing. I'm like, it makes we were talking about feeling old. I'm like, holy crap. Now he's taller than me and the whole deal.
I don't know if he's done yet, man.
I hope not. Well,
I hope not either.
He looks like a baby face, man. Don't take that wrong. He looks like that. He can keep growing, man.
I'd say I'm done.
He might show up next year 6'6".
that'd be
Hope you're right. My dad's not very big though.
Coach Cooper might.
the only thing. Our mom's
How tall's the mailman?
mom is 5'11", so I was hoping I'd get her height. I mean, that's tall for a woman,
Yes.
and I kind of.
But you're not sure. You're over.
I'm not sure,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not tall either. So maybe you'll get mom's side's genetics and get 6'3", 4'5", something
Yeah,
like
our
that.
cousin's 6'5". Christian Hollenkamp.
Okay.
He is not. He's gonna listen to this. He's not 6'5".
He's not 6'5". Is he shrunk?
I thought he was
I think
6'5".
Christian's 6'3", 6'4". I'd say.
Hey, is he wearing Hoka's like
He's
he's
good.
made me tall. I'm tall.
I'll say whatever height he was, he could dunk the ball
He
well. So
definitely wasn't 6'3".
just for when he watches this, he'll have something good
I
to
don't think-
take from it.
I don't think you're
He don't text me mad.
You know, it's funny you say Paul George because your game's kind of evolving that way. You know, I mean, Paul George, obviously, you know, a big-time scorer, a volume scorer, could take you inside, could take you outside long enough, could defend anybody 1 through 5, could obviously drive to the basket. You know, before he had leg issues, knee problems, everything. I mean, he was a riser.
Are you saying he's going to the NBA?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Are you saying he's going to
I
the
hope
NBA?
he does, man. I hope sky's the limit, brother. But, you know, here's something I was going to ask you guys, just kind of, you know, the 7 years. I don't know if there's a sibling rivalry at all because the age gap. But I've seen videos of him dunking and of you. Who's got more bounce? I don't mean at your age, but at,
Right now, me.
yeah.
I still got some bounce in me.
You can't do anything you used to be able to, but
That's not true. I just three.
in his prime, I'd say
Whatever.
he's got me by a little bit. But I can. He can do cooler stuff, honestly. But
He's lengthy,
my
so
arms.
He is.
he doesn't
man.
have to get up very tall.
Yeah.
I have, like
You
I
had
said,
more of a vertical.
I can't palm a ball unless I'm just standing here. I can't do it on a run. I got stubby arms, so I had to
Earn it.
I had to squeeze up there as much as I could to get dunks down, or 2 hands for safety. So
Do you like to dunk?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody does it, but
Gets the crowd going, right?
yeah.
do you? I'm sorry.
No, you can ask me a question.
I remember all my dunks. Well, not really. This is what I'm about to say. The dunks that I had, I can't hardly remember any of them. I like black out, like adrenaline or something. I don't know. Have you had that? Can you remember your dunks?
I can, yeah, mainly all of them, but all.
How many times have you dunked in a game so far? I mean, do you know that?
I've probably done like legit clean ones, probably like 4 or 5 times this year.
That's
But
impressive as a junior in high
There's
school.
I have a couple rim grazers. They went to floor. I just laid it up, kind of half, you know. But I haven't had any like ones. He's had a couple in the paint, like on someone or
That's beasting on somebody, man.
near someone.
Eat.
I had one kind of in a set play in a summer game, but it wasn't near enough to be called like in a set play. So
Are your dunks, have they been breakaways?
yeah,
The one I saw you do
almost
last
all
year
of them.
that you called a rim whatever against Weber was a breakaway.
Almost all of them are breakaways. I wish I could get in there. I've tried. Or I haven't tried, but I just
Call Luke. Let's get a play set up for that back alley-oop. Let me get that back alley-oop or something.
yeah. I'm mainly a 1 foot jumper, which I can get off 2 now, but I don't know why. I just can't think of. It just doesn't like get in my head to go up and dunk on someone mid play. I mean, I need to get that dog in me a little bit, but
For
Well,
sure.
that'll come with age. That
Yeah.
comes with, I know you talked about working out with him and stuff. As you get stronger and older, I think that's part of it.
yeah.
A little confidence, for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
So when I first started eating at buffets, I wasn't where I.
Taking all.
Yeah, I had to work myself up, man.
It's killer mindset.
Killer mindset. That's right, man.
That's what JoJo had.
Hey, dude.
Did JoJo ever dunk?
No, but
He shot it a lot.
he could fight.
Oh yeah,
Fight.
my stepdad's told me.
He's the baddest dude to go through Benton in a long time. Yeah, I'll shut up. Yeah.
But so you guys have you had two different coaches in high school. You got Coach Cooper, and then his brother is playing alongside you now, and then their uncle, and then you
You got Unk too.
you had Scott Gambert, right?
Brian.
Brian. And
Not Scott.
So talk about
Scott's Brian's older brother, who also is a coach.
Where's
Coach
he
Mount
co-
Vernon freshman now.
Oh, is he assistant there? Okay.
Yep. he's-
But talk about your guys' coaches. I mean, just like the difference as far as like how Coach Cooper's coaching the Cardinals and
he had
how
the pretty Gamber. He had Brian.
He'll like that. Scott won't. Brian will love it. No, Coach Gamber was, man, I was just thinking about this the other day. We were talking about it, some of the players and I. Like, our high school memories are fantastic. Like, I can't imagine doing things any better than we did it. And that's not to sound like hyping it up or anything, but he was a perfect mix of the tenacity, fierce, like yell at you if you needed it. He didn't do a whole lot of yelling, though. But a mix of that, competitive environment, the edge, gritty, with, we'd talk all PE after practice, sit there and talk for an hour about basketball or whatever else. And I just remember, like, he might remember differently, but from what I could tell, like, he never had to squeeze competitiveness into a practice. Like, even a little shooting drill or anything, people were like trying to kill each other. Yeah. And then we're best friends after the fact. We might have a fight, and then the next second we're all buddies again. But that competitive atmosphere was he fostered that very well, and that translated to a lot of good things, not basketball wise only, but just like most of us that experienced that going into life. I still remember that stuff and kind of try to carry it with me into life in general. So for me, I can't talk. I'm not around to see that side of things. For them, I don't know. But for me, that was like, it was perfectly done. And we got to the point we had a lot of guys played together our whole lives,
That's
stuff like
important,
that.
isn't it?
And so like we got to the point we wouldn't even run plays, but we had structure still, without freedom within structure, and then just like a baseline understanding of like the competitive requirement, the standard, which was not only set by him, that was set by Witzel and them years ago, and the guys before us that we were talking about, Verhines, Christian,
Oh yeah.
Owens, both of them, all those guys. So, for years and years that had been the standard, and that kind of passed generation to generation. So that's what made Woodlawn really special. But then Coach Gamber, like, we ran Virginia's offense for most of my career. I loved that.
Tony Bennett.
Oh, yeah, the mover blocker. He had a real, while we had freedom with instructors and stuff like that, like, he had a real mind for the game that was like, I learned a million things. I messed with him in the summer on reading screens, for example, fading and breaking off a flare, little stuff like that, which got me most of my points, was just these reads. And he taught me all that stuff, every bit of it. So my high school experience was fantastic, due to mostly
Obviously
everybody
worked. He
else.
had over 2,300 points. I mean, it worked, right?
I owe it to other people. I mean, that they gave me the knowledge, because I mean, I didn't know any of that stuff going in. So it was high quality basketball. IQ, in terms of physicality, everything was high quality.
I mean, you have to have that to succeed as a team, right? You can't just have one. I mean, this Woodlawn team this year, they've got all these different roles, all these different players. You can't have 5 guys that can only rebound, and you can't have 5 guys taking 30 shots.
Right.
You have to have all those different parts. And I think that's important. You talk about these guys being your friends. You grew up with them. These guys you grew up with. you look at the better teams. That's why so many times these guys that transfer in and out, and they say, well, how come, I'll just use Kentucky as an example, oh, why aren't they better? Well, these guys, they don't build any chemistry.
Yeah.
You can't, I always look back at that, I'm going to age myself. There's a Laker team they tried to throw together with Gary Payton and Shaq and all those guys and Karl Malone. It didn't work. They had like 5 Hall of Famers on one basketball team. They couldn't win.
Yep.
You had too many dudes trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. Roles.
Got to have roles.
Huge. Everything.
For sure.
Definitely.
For you, how's Coach Cooper? Obviously you're probably not going to say anything negative, but
you can. This is a free place here.
But talk about Coach Cooper. Kylan and Kyle, they transferred in, and then Coach Rob. He's a great basketball mind. Obviously Benton knows it.
Okay. Yeah, beat us a few times. Olney, whatever they're called.
But yeah, just talk about those
the
guys.
white squirrel. Winkler was not fouled by Billington. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kyle and moving it was definitely great. I love having them. Like you guys were saying on the role type of thing, I think we still definitely have a lot of things we need to work on, but I do see improvement. We had a little rough stretch last week, but definitely I think we're kind of fitting into our roles. We're trying to work on half-court offense and whatnot, just trying to distribute the ball instead of taking quick shots and whatnot, and I personally struggle with that sometimes. But, yeah, I love having them. They're great at school. They're great on the court. I think we've got a lot of, positives, especially just, maybe we could be a little bit better chemistry because we haven't grown up together, but just for them moving in the summer, I think we're already pretty high on the chemistry level.
I can't believe how big they are for a 1A school. Yeah. I'm obviously around Benton all the time, and
they're bigger than Benton.
I know they are. I was thinking about it. I'm thinking I was at the Benton Massac game last night, and I'm thinking about our starting 5, and I'm thinking about your guys. You guys, do you realize how big you guys are as a 1A school?
Yeah, it is surprising. I definitely wouldn't have thought last year I was going to be the second biggest guy on the starting 5 this year, but we've definitely got a lot of more size this year.
Were you not with Tyson anyways?
What do you mean?
Tyson? He was on the team last year.
Well, yeah, I was I guess I was the third biggest.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you out.
Me and Tyson are.
Thanks, big bro. Appreciate that over there.
Not gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna let. He jumped on that.
Hey, now that don't make any sense.
It's hard to think Tyson's bigger than me, but
he's a brute, man.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
stout, dude. What's he go about?
Is.
2-something?
Surely.
He's got to be.
I don't think he's 200.
Is he really? He looks it, man.
I think he's about 190.
Maybe when he's got the camera there, it adds some.
Tyson's got to work on eating. He doesn't eat a lot.
Hey, isn't he related to Tank?
Is he?
Tank says he's related. He needs to go talk to Tank.
Tank Holman's related to him?
That's what Eli told me.
Oh my God, Tank Holman's a big
Do you know who Eli Holman is?
How would they know who Eli Holman is?
Everybody knows who Eli Holman is.
God! If they know who he... Oh, man. He's a big kid. He grew up in Benton. He lives in Edwardsville or something now.
Yeah, he goes...
is he really related to Frick?
That's what he told me.
Okay.
Every time I went to go video
Woodlawn, they'd hang out together. Frick would put some pounds on. We call him Tank for a reason, man. You were just talking about playing with, playing for Luke, playing with Kyle, playing with Kyle and all these guys. You guys are in a stretch now, man. You've hit the home stretch. I always say you find out about yourself at Christmas, but when January gets here, you got to start hitting that stride because before you know it, it's February. Now you're in the postseason.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked about kind of making the transition from? You're in the heart of the conference schedule now, and there's no. I know there'll be a few games there aren't, but look at what you just played last week.
Yeah.
But you guys, as Altamont, I don't know. I thought you guys played so you, Weber, just played a tremendous
schedule. Is Altamont in your conference too?
No, they're National Trail.
Okay.
But you guys played just probably two of the toughest 1A schedules that you guys could play this past week. Weber, they played you guys and obviously beat you guys, but then they turned around and played Waltonville. You guys had to play not only Weber at Weber, but then you had to go play at Altamont. I mean, Altamont, I know their record doesn't look great, but I've watched them play twice.
They gave DuQuoin all they wanted in one of those games I watched.
Yeah, and they gave Waltonville all they wanted as well.
Okay.
I mean, they
lost. That's right. Yeah.
They're both good teams.
Which is the game where their coach got thrown out in the first quarter?
It was DuQuoin. It was
at the Cesar tournament. Their coach, I'm watching the game, and he got tossed in that tournament, like the first quarter.
Man, their home games.
Yeah, I was there.
Altamont. I was on the phone with my buddy. He's from up there.
Is he?
He said Altamont. He's giving me all kinds of credit.
So
what do people say?
I guess I used to say Altamont.
How do they say
Altamont?
It's like me guys jumping my case for calling Devore or Devore.
Yeah.
Because down here we have a bunch of guys that's Devore.
Yeah.
But that's Dever, right?
I have always said Dever.
I thought it was
Dever?
I thought it was Witten Dever.
Yeah,
I was thinking Devore.
Yeah.
There's no E on the end of it.
Yeah.
So I'm just used to seeing that name because we've had that name in Benton and different places around here. I'm like, Devore's like, no, it's not. I'm like, okay. Dever. It's Dever. Okay.
Yeah,
Dever.
Altamont has one of the best environments. I don't know how it was for you. I didn't go to that game.
Definitely. It wasn't even.
Man, it was crazy when we
packed,
played there. They
was
packed it
still
out.
very loud.
Packed it out, had a good band. It was pretty cool.
It's the original home of Joe's Pizza and Pasta.
Is it really?
It was started there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the original one there.
Huh.
Yeah.
I saw one up there.
Yeah, so
It's pretty big for a 1A.
I know.
For a 1A town.
well, they're close to Effingham, and obviously, but
Effingham sandwich. Did I
is-
say that on Ballin4God? I just did.
is Altamont? Were they in the Midland Trail at that time, or
I think they've been the NTC. The NTC.
okay, so they're
was
just
it National Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
I
A
think
lot of
it's-
trails.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got National and Midland. But, I mean, for you guys, talk about the Midland Trail. You said it was a little bit down like your last couple of years, but for you guys, what's it mean to play in the Midland Trails? It's up right now. You got Kyle, Gage, and Nathaniel. Gage hasn't hit 2,000 yet, but I mean, they're probably all going to be 2,000-point scores. Nate, potentially 3,000. What's it mean to you guys to be in this era of the Midland Trail that's like so good? I mean, the juniors are pretty good too, and you got Jacob Marlow, he's got a lot to grow into, and he could be a good player. What do you think about the Midland Trail right now?
The talent level's nuts right now.
Right now it is.
And there's a lot of size.
Yeah, I'm not sure that when in the past it's been. I might be missing details, but there's been ups and downs with it. Right now is that I would say
Is it the peak right now?
I think it might be
I'd
its
say
peak.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 3 1A school or
Yeah, it's
too.
no, they're
No,
not
they're-
in it.
No.
No,
But I mean, you look at the 3 W's, Waltonville, Weber, and Woodlawn. Unbelievable right now.
it's crazy at the moment. Yeah,
And
and
they're
not
all-
only that. Well, that North Clay not being in it hurts, but they're good. Trying to think if there who else in there that's good.
We should
Yeah.
have a trivia next
Wayne
week. Can
City,
you name the
man,
Midland Trail Conference? That should be our trivia next week.
What's sad is
The whole conference.
I probably won't do too hot in that.
Wayne City's undefeated right now in the conference. I mean,
Are they?
When do
Yeah.
you play Wayne City? Is that coming up?
I think it's February.
yeah, you don't play them till the Midland Trail tournaments before the rest of the conference schedule.
Is it not wild playing in the conference right now?
It's definitely wild. It's cool. It's hard to not get caught up in all of it. There's a lot of great players. A lot of them are my friends, actually. It's cool to see everybody. Even Mount Vernon has a lot of talent.
Oh, Jefferson County's nuts.
Jefferson
Basketball.
County is where it's at the moment. It's crazy.
I know there's 4 schools that are really good. I believe Mount Vernon, which I go by the Nesto Hoops rankings, but I believe Mount Vernon is ranked in the Nesto Hoops rankings as well. I mean, there's
Yeah,
4.
we beat Marion in overtime last
Yeah,
week.
4 schools I believe ranked in the Nesto Hoops rankings, and 3 in the Midland Trail in the top 10. I mean, it's just
That's unheard of.
That's all the schools in Jefferson County, isn't it?
Yeah.
The high schools.
Yeah, every high school.
Yeah, I'm proud of Jefferson County at the moment. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, you said your mom. I didn't realize this. You said your mom teaches at Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
Is she at the high school or
Yeah.
the high school?
The high school. She's been there forever. Long
Right.
as I can remember.
There's something I was going to ask you guys. I was thinking about. I mean, I'm sure you don't have to go all into all this stuff with what Coach Cooper and Flanagan and stuff talk about, but Coach Flanagan has coached a lot of big games, and obviously being the Cooper, Kyle and Luke's uncle is a big deal having him on the bench. He's been through the grind of a lot of this stuff. I know one of the main reasons I'm sure having him there is because you guys want to go on a deep run, and I'm not trying to put any type of pressure or anything on that, but I mean, you guys have big lofty goals, right?
Yeah. It's one of our biggest goals. Got a lot of quotes in the locker room put up by coaches. Rob's helped us a lot. He really knows his stuff. And
How about his defensive mind?
yeah, wait, say that again?
How about his defensive mind?
Oh yeah, he's really put our defense into play, especially with me. I don't like defense. I'm not gonna lie. I hate defense.
I get it.
But this year,
Your brother's like, no, dang it.
this year, I mean, I've had my bad games, but I think I've played really good defensively. Definitely compared to last year. I mean, it's hard getting your arms up even. You get so tired.
No.
Maybe that's a lazy mindset.
Hey, he's a scorer, man. He's a scorer.
Oh man, no, their defense has come a long way,
Yeah.
and that's impressive to me.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna get myself in trouble saying this.
Say it's
You
better.
guys can yell at me. I'm gonna say it. I'm a 2A guy, just being a Benton guy, and the knock always on 1A basketball was they don't play no defense.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've seen 1A schools beat 2A schools all this year. So I'm saying Woodlawn could beat anybody that I've seen play. Okay, but that was a mindset. Sometimes people said, "Oh, if we got against a 1A school, they ain't gonna guard nobody." But I'm telling you right now, Waltonville, Woodlawn, Weber, any of those, Lawrenceville, any of those schools I've seen in 1A could beat anybody I've seen in 2A. I don't know how many. I mean, 3 is a lot. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? Maybe even Mount Vernon, Marion, and Centralia could compete. But I'm telling you right now, 1A basketball has, and I'm sure Coach Flanagan helps with that. But it is a big deal. If you want to go deep in the postseason, you look at those good Woodlawn teams, a team that won state, a team that got fourth in state, you got to be able to guard.
Yeah.
You can't always outscore everybody.
Yeah, I think 1A basketball has, like you said, I might ruffle feathers with this, but there's different levels to 1A basketball.
There is.
For sure. There's a very low side and a very high side. And if you can be middle to high every year for a program, you're in a good spot. I mean, those teams typically schedule up your 2 and 3A schedules, or the best 1As. You know, I remember us always trying to play Goreville. Goreville's a very established program. Trying to play Oakville, trying to play whoever. So, 1A at its peak, I think compete with 2 and 3A. Most 2As
Yeah.
and a lot of 3As
When even
at its
this
peak.
year.
Not now all the way through. No,
Sure.
not even close. But
Some of that
At its peak.
size-wise, I mean,
Yeah,
you can't help it
yeah.
if you got a school of 1,200 versus a school of 200.
yeah, but I saw actually a guy I know made a comment on Facebook about, you know, how is these 1As beating these 3As and whatever, or how crazy is it, or not wanting to schedule because of that or something. And well, he's like, if you can garner 5 or 6 good players, that's all it takes. You know, usually 5, 6, 7 players, and I mean, really, that is somehow you guys have garnered. I don't know how many guys we could go deep this year that can contribute. I mean, it's pretty deep, and so I mean, I remember Goreville when we played them, they had 9, 10 guys that were good players. So sometimes it's impressive what the Oakville has some dudes this year when you guys played them at Carlisle. I mean, it's impressive what some of the 1A schools can produce. I mean, the problem becomes year to year.
Sure, it's tough to duplicate that all the time.
Yeah.
But here's what I noticed from a guy that's around 2A all the time that I noticed with 1A is the tight-knit part you talk about. Sometimes in your bigger schools, you know, you got kids getting pulled way a lot more different directions. It's kind of like the thing to do, man. I mean, I'm sure on a Friday night, if you're from Woodlawn, I don't even care if you like basketball, people are at the game. It's the show in town.
Yeah.
You know, you're not. Does it make any sense?
Yeah. Well, I've been disappointed in Woodlawn's fan section this year. So the students, if any of them listen,
Come on.
need to produce a healthy fan
I
section,
think
a
it's
hefty
way,
sized
It's
fan
definitely
section.
way better than last year, but
But like we said, if you win games, people show up.
People like winning.
Yeah.
I
Want a
mean,
fan section? Get to wherever. Win games. You know.
his was.
We had a pretty good one.
Yeah, his was good. But he had all of his friends in that fan section. Like,
Oh, if his friends are playing.
Yeah, my friends were playing too. I think the years before I was there, Woodlawn's fan section for a 1A was unreal.
yeah,
It was weird. And for a 1A, it was like, I think Oakville was another school that always
Yeah,
brought it.
I've always heard that Oakville is one of the best.
For a 1A, it's pretty impressive. Yeah.
How was it this year winning the tournament? Christmas tournament.
Oh, man.
that was definitely one of the coolest things.
I'm not allowed to say Dustin Thomas Hoops Classic being from Benton. I'm just kidding.
I'll tell him. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll say
It's
that.
definitely one of the coolest things I've experienced while playing basketball. Rob came up to me at the end of the game. It was like, "It's one more on your brother."
That's what I was gonna say.
We won Carlisle and Pinckneyville.
I'd say that's what
They do
they
that.
can say. We never. I don't think any Woodlawn teams have won a Carlisle, the Kaskaskia Classic.
Sure. Oh.
And then my year was the first year in Duster Thomas, and Pinckneyville put it to us.
Yeah.
I'm friends with some of them guys
Ours
on that
definitely
team.
was
They put
a
it on
cakewalk.
us, and they've got 2 tournament wins that we never got. So they're that you can't take that away
Would
ever.
you like to have a third one?
I'd love to have a third one. I don't.
That'd be nice.
A fourth one. Good.
Yeah.
They
2
gave
and
you guys
2.
a-
That'd be the way.
You guys got a pretty rough path. I mean, well, first I want to talk about Sparta game. I mean, you guys were up 32-15 at the half.
You were at the game, weren't you?
Yeah, and then they came out of the half and they were on fire.
Yeah, that was kind of hurt my ego a little bit. They banged a lot of shots, and they had so much energy.
Yeah.
It's just hard to keep up. But
They don't give up.
yeah, I mean,
They're a really good team.
Yes.
They're gonna be dangerous come postseason.
We made it out.
Are they 1A too?
Thankfully.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
dropped.
1A.
But thankfully, we made it out of there with the win.
That's a good win. That's a quality win.
I tell people
Yeah, that's a win that will help you guys February.
A lot
Yeah.
of people get fed up. In fact, we made a 20-point lead to I think we were losing at one point.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, we won. I think we put it behind us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tell people a lot of time they play a lot like Meridian, but they still have some sort of structure to it. Like they just play very fast. They get the ball up the court. They don't give up, and I don't know. They were
It's the
fun to
best sports
watch.
team I've seen in my life.
Yeah,
basketball-wise.
I watched them twice now this year, and they're pretty. They against Murfreesboro earlier in the year, they were down 10-0 early, and then they won 63-55, and it's just I don't know.
Their brand of basketball right now is going to be really dangerous for
They're young.
whichever one-seeded team may,
Yeah.
or I don't know where they'll be. I don't know how those are going to line up. Whoever the top dog is in the subsectional or in the regional,
I think they're
I would not want to see them.
Who hosts the 1A regionals?
Do we host this year, or that's a conference tournament? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, I know. I need to.
Wayne City does a lot.
Yeah.
Could be a Wayne City.
I don't
We got a
know. I
regional
think
this year.
Trico maybe hosts something.
Oh, that's a haul.
Oh, I saw that. I forgot who's hosting them, but like, it's gonna be so weird because you're gonna have to potentially play a team like Waltonville or a Weber or Sparta or a Carlisle or Goreville just to get out of the regional.
Carlisle's 1A again.
Yeah. And they play a tough 2A schedule.
They play a
I'm telling that it's going to be a dogfight to get anywhere in the
just to get out of the regional. Yeah.
Yeah, which should motivate player. Like for you guys, like you want, that's bring it. That's what I'm after.
Yeah.
Whoever it pick state champion, I don't care. It should be competitive. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah,
should be fun to play.
We won some tough games.
How much have you guys talked about wanting to win a conference championship?
We talk about it a lot. I mean, it was hard last week. We had those 2 games that really hurt us. Our first half against Flora yesterday was kind of on the same track, but then we got it in gear, really locked in, and we're trying to get past that last week and really focus on just getting better as a team. And we really want to win this conference tournament. Get back against Weber. I think the schedule's out. I haven't looked at it.
What's your record right now? What's Woodlawn?
They're 15-2. Yeah.
So
And the 2 losses are
Oh,
2.
Kentucky's tied 72-72.
Yeah, well,
Oh wow! I don't know because
got the
I haven't paid
bracket here.
attention. Do other conferences do much of a conference tournament
No,
or just conference
no.
play?
we don't river.
And this is the last year.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, and this
It's kind of an old thing. It used to be more of the.
So
old
that was a thing back.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that we had that because it was multiple opportunities.
I think the problem they're complaining about now is just how much times you play the same teams.
Yeah, we'd see
It's-
teams
it's
three
why-
times in a year, maybe 4 in a regional.
And I hate it. I hate this. But we don't go to the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic anymore because Pinckneyville left the BIT. Now, Matt, Lar and Ron Whitemiller might have a different opinion, but I wish we played each other 15 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, when Woodlawn and Waltonville play, that's a battle, man,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's a game that it's blood, sweat, and tears and everything in between. I mean, you're going to bite, scratch, claw, whatever it takes to win, right?
100%.
I mean, I like those games, but like now we're at it. They're not in the BIT anymore. We're not in Dustin Thomas anymore. We go back to El Dorado next year. Yeah, whatever. It's exciting, but I get why coaches want to see different teams, and I understand all that because postseason you got a chance to see different schools, and I get all the reasons. But me as a fan also, I want to see the best competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
You know.
Who was it around my time that I was younger in high school. There was a couple teams that were really good that maybe in Pinckneyville, Nashville, and then I remember like DuQuoin, Pinckneyville, like and there were some others, but played each other like Centralia Mount Vernon always did.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
2-3 times in a season, and it was like they got us this time, and then it's the
yeah.
other way. It makes for cool atmospheres and the bragging rights stuff.
About like modern day, like is Caleb in that?
Yeah, I don't know if they play Central much or what. I would think Modern Day and
Does
Central.
Modern Day and Central play? I
They
mean, they're
play
both
some,
breeds.
yeah, and they
I mean, yeah, that should
Central's,
be a crazy
when I was
rivalry.
growing up,
Last year,
Modern Day was the school.
Yeah, well, our family's from there.
Okay,
Our
I mean,
grandma
Modern Day
went
was
there.
unbelievable.
That was the bigger,
Yes.
populated school.
Central has changed that, boys and girls sports. I mean, Central's good at everything now. I mean, just because I've had to see them up close the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We beat them 2 years ago. Then last year we lost them in the sectional. Beat them in the sectional championship 2 years ago. Lost them in basketball in the sectional first round or semifinal, whatever the heck it's called, last year at Carterville. But whatever they're doing in Breeze is working.
well, their girls is
It's
really
crazy.
girls is
good.
unbelievable.
Yeah, and I believe they're
I'd say that whole area.
Yeah,
Washington-
I mean, Nashville,
Washington
that's not
and
that far
Clayton
from you
County.
guys. I mean, that's
No.
a little further west.
Washington and
But-
Clayton counties produce athletes forever.
I know, man. There's something in the water, dude. I mean,
I know.
Nashville.
And big people.
We just
tall,
played Nashville.
lengthy guys. It's
I always
crazy.
forget what days we're recording some of this stuff, but when did Benton play Nashville?
last Tuesday.
It was a week ago, right?
Oh, I watched. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
were
saw
at
the
You were
video.
at the game?
Yeah,
I remember that.
I mean, Maddox Ritzel is a man.
Oh,
I mean,
he's good.
He's a dude. You know, he
Yeah.
was our first Joe's Pizza and Pasta Player of the Week when we started doing that part of the show. He won it last week, and I mean, just looking at him, I mean, they've always produced guys like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's like probably 6'3", 220. Just,
That was when they what did they get, second in state. A lot of the guys
Yeah.
I've known for a long time.
Sure.
Were on that
who are
2019.
Who are those guys?
It was Boltman.
Yes, yes.
Carson
he's got a
Parker, Terry Pelchinski. There's some other guys in there.
For
that
sure,
was-
those yes.
is Boltman is that
Boltman came from Oakville.
is he related to Brenton Boltman?
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who?
Boltman's kids.
Brenton Boltman.
Yeah, it's his little brother.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played pretty good against Benton. He had a
Yeah, I
three
saw
threes.
your highlights of it. Was shooting all the threes.
Yeah, and he's only
What game was it?
Benton versus Nashville. Boltman
I
number.
don't talk about that game.
Oh, they shut us out in the second half. It was like 30-15.
They
I
missed
think.
5 shots in the second half.
Yeah, I'll tell you that
I
you were
mean-
talking about Maddox Ritzel. Is Buzz his older brother?
They're all yeah.
Yeah.
Buzz was a dog too. He's really good.
Now they got. I almost say the kid's name wrong, but my youngest one's gonna have to play against the freshman, like Kasusha. Is that how you say his name?
Oh yeah, he's really good.
Oh my God, he's got the body of a 20-year-old man. He's a freshman. I'm like, he started varsity football. His dad's a varsity football coach in Nashville. He started varsity football as a freshman. He literally He plays in the freshman Nashville freshman game, and then he plays like 2 quarters in the freshman game, like 2 quarters in the JV game against Benton. How many points he had?
How many?
33. I'm like, what?
Well, you know, week 1 in football season, flashback, he had 121 total yards and
Let's quit talking
3
about Nashville.
touchdowns.
I'm just kidding. No, it's good. But you know what? You guys will understand this, and you will, especially as you get older. That's why I love Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
Like this show, you know, if we were in a big city, high school show, I mean, I know it's not all high school. We had Nick Hill on here. We've had other people on here before. We don't always just talk high school. But, you know, Russ's passion, what really got him involved with starting this when he was in freshman high school, was high school sports. And I've grown up with it. I was on the radio at Benton for years, just been around it forever. Jim Muir and I did sports together. Tom Wheeler and I did sports together. And I love Southern Illinois sports, man. I mean, in this area, a Woodlawn Waltonville game's bigger than game in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know?
I've always thought that something about Southern Illinois, it's like Indiana-ish in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
They're all tight.
it's just a big deal. You know, people look forward to it. So I think it's hard to beat in terms of atmosphere and the talk and the one thing that's always surprised me is the level of college athletes that come from here. The Division I level, we don't produce very many. And it just blows my mind because we got some dudes that come out of Southern Illinois, and
I don't think we always get the opportunities.
I don't think so because I've been around other areas and, you know, friends from other places from when I was in school, and like I just overall like we can compete with most areas
For sure,
and I mean you can see when people play out of state teams and stuff like we can compete with really high level quality. I mean, you're talking about Centralia beating Marist last year. And they made it to championship again. I mean, and go to other schools in the area, same way. And you have to be right. I don't see any other possibility of not producing that, you know, people that wind up in those places. There's a few, but not as many as you'd think. So
I think we get overlooked just because a smaller area. I do think, not to plug what Russ is doing, but you know, having the Ballin4God stuff, getting his, you know what I'm saying, getting his highlights out there.
Huge.
Getting who are some of the other guys that, like the guys out of the St. Louis area, I see their stuff. Is that
Gateway Sports Venue.
Gateway Sports Venue? That's huge, man. I see their stuff. You know,
that stuff is so big.
Yeah, it's good for these guys.
I mean,
their exposure to
I
people.
wish you were a few years older. We had unless it was like a news station covering it, there
Yeah.
was nothing. Area
yeah.
Sports did some stuff.
Sure.
I would have loved to. I mean, I wish I could have. Couple teams I wish I could have got to cover was 1A basketball at that time. I'd love to cover Cesar, Goreville, Woodlawn, and I wish I got to cover Benton Ranger basketball at that time.
Yeah.
That was
Oxford and Wells and those guys.
Yeah.
That would have been a good time for it.
Yeah, I mean,
That run they went on was pretty crazy.
yeah. I wish we wouldn't have had to play Centralia when those guys. I mean,
wish it would have been 2A.
Centralia
if
tends
we'd been
to do
2A,
that.
We go 3A 1 year.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 6-year stretch.
Were we 3A that many years?
Yeah, it was 2013, 2019. All the River to River Ohio teams went up. Besides,
See, Heron's the one that teeters all the time now. Heron never knows if they're going to be 3A or 2A.
Well, I think
Kicking some kids out of school.
I think they're pretty stuck in 2A now. The cutoff is 300 to 700, and they got 633.
Yeah, threshold went up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Effingham's a 2A. Rochester's a 2A. Albany's
I mean,
a 2A.
Rochester's always football crazy.
Well, that's why you got Sparta at 1A.
Yes.
They're that's dangerous for them. I don't think they've been 1A ever. And
When
I
is
could
the
be
Midland
wrong.
Trail? When is the conference tournament?
Next week.
Yeah,
It's next week.
Yeah, so it's going on at the same time as all the midwinter stuff, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
when the games start, but I know it's next week.
You got it right there.
My phone's acting goofy, but yes.
Pull that
Why
up.
is it not letting me zoom it in?
I'll go back to it.
I got the schedule right here, though. You guys got a
There it is.
tough draw. You guys got to
There's
play.
like 1,000 schools. Here, give it here. How many schools in that freaking conference?
I can't even remember them. I'd like
9.
to hear it.
Waltonville, Grayville, we're naming them. Waltonville, Grayville, Sandoval, Patoka / Odin, Wayne City, Woodlawn, Sisney, Weber, and Red Hill. Sisney, that's where Trey's buddy's from.
Oh, Gavin Harrell.
Gavin Harrell's from Sisney. Good baseball player. He's playing baseball. Where's he at baseball? Trey's buddies at?
You see at Frontier?
Yeah, a bunch of Trey's buddies are at Frontier. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Frontier College.
They don't have basketball.
They don't?
No.
No, they got
No,
baseball.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
That's weird. So when do they play? When do the Cardinal play? The Cardinals.
Who did you guys draw?
It doesn't have dates.
I haven't looked at it. We just
They have a
gotta
bye,
see
though,
it.
right?
I have time to look.
Where's the dates?
Is that a bracket setup?
Yeah. It starts Monday and then Tuesday. You guys play
It just says
Sisney.
Monday.
So it could be Monday of next year, maybe.
So it looks like you guys doesn't have times, but you got a bye, so you guys don't play till Tuesday. You're playing Tuesday. You're playing Sisney. Did you know this already?
This is
I
a
did.
tough. People are going to be. Everybody's upset somehow. We beat Waltonville. Waltonville beats Weber.
Twice.
Weber beats us. So Waltonville's 1, we're 2, they're 3. How do you judge that? I
Yeah,
don't know
I know.
how.
Well, the tough part is to get to the title, you've got to beat Weber
Yeah.
to get to.
Yeah, but either way,
Whichever
seeding. I would not want to be the person in charge of seeding that because everybody beat each other. I don't know how you decide that.
I know Wayne City obviously is
A
not.
vote would be the best option. I think.
I know Wayne City's not like one of those top teams, but they're undefeated in the conference, but they haven't played any of the 3 other W's.
Right.
And I mean, even like a Wayne City could try to argue, hey, we should be top seed. We're undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just like, I don't know. I did talk to them. I believe they did vote on it or something. Because, I mean, otherwise Wayne City would have been number 1.
I guess if it was by the book, it would make sense, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting tournament. I mean, I'm sure I'll be there at least 1 or 2 days. If I'm not there, Darren will be there.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I'm excited for the 1A tournaments. 2A tournaments, 2A and 3A, I'm not really sure. I haven't looked too much into tournaments yet, but I mean, I know BIT's always got a good...
BIT, Benton, Carterville, you got Benton, Carterville, Heron. How was Flora? Flora's in our BIT this year.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're
Did you guys beat them by?
about 20.
Yeah. So Flora's in the BIT, Sesser.
It was closer than it seemed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We had a pretty bad first half. Not bad, but they just hung with us.
What was that game at?
It was at Flora.
I've never played basketball there. We went there for a freshman football game this year. I mean, that's far from Benton. We just don't go there.
Oh,
very
yeah.
often,
No, that's a haul.
That's a haul. Yeah, for sure.
Probably an hour from us.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good hour and a half for you
Yeah,
guys.
it was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been up there before. I need to... I'd like to make a trip up there. I want to go around
You need to go cover a Lawrenceville game.
Lawrenceville. That's a trip, too.
That's
Is
a
it?
real trip.
Yeah, it is.
Man. And that's out in
Do you play them this year?
No.
No.
Not unless
The,
super sectional.
No,
right?
I know we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
2A last year? I'm pretty sure.
They
Yeah.
bounce around too.
Yeah.
I did lie, though. You said Darren. He had Section 618 that year, my senior year. So there was somebody doing
Yep.
some coverage.
Yep.
So there was him.
I mean,
Or there was
it
he.
has changed so much with streaming and everything, man. You
Yeah.
know, like I
Oh,
used
yeah.
to do sports on the radio with Jim Muir. We did Benton ball games, different stuff, and different guys I worked with, Danny Zerwinski and I. And it, you know, I mean, now this has changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, everybody's got everybody. My grandma's
Pros and
90.
cons.
What's that?
I said pros and cons.
Well, we
for
can
sure.
talk about that, you know, and I don't want to, you know, rain on anybody's parade. I'm glad Benton has Huddle, you know, because I like to go back and watch different things. But I think it's made it where not when Woodlawn and Waltonville play this year. It's different.
Well, it helps whenever Woodlawn and Waltonville play because, like, say they sell out, you still watch the game if they
Sure.
sell out. But I mean, like Benton, it's like I don't want to make it seem bad, but it almost gives people the excuse, oh, well, I can just watch it at home.
Yeah, yeah.
not the
I
same.
was guilty of it.
I am too. And
Altamont, they played up there. I'm
you're
like,
like, just-
it's what, Saturday at like 3?
I didn't even know they had that stream.
did they have it? Did you stream it somehow? Or
Yeah,
what?
well, or somebody live, Facebook Live,
Okay,
it,
sure,
you know,
sure.
so there's that too. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Somehow or another, it's getting
Yes.
out there, and I should probably be at like all of his games
No,
while,
but I
while
get
they're
it, though.
happening.
It's
You know,
convenient.
it's only 2 more years of this, or a year and a half of this, so.
He's going to play college too. So
Well, true. So, you know,
no pressure.
I'm feeding into exactly what you're talking about because, like
Well, I
you
don't-
said, it's nothing like being in person. Nothing
Yeah.
even close.
I think that you could, like, argue for it being good and bad. I think that,
It's nice to be able to see this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or if family lives elsewhere.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I
My
mean-
grandma's 90. She can't go to all
Yeah.
games. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would say overall, it's helped. It's just there's some negatives, like some little nits and crannies like that. Just like if you live right in town, it's right up the road. Just go up there.
I'll tell you this: people that don't know, that haven't been in this against this caliber or in front of it, is a lot easier to make an opinion about teams when you're watching them on your phone or on
Yeah.
TV.
Oh.
Like the pace, the physicality, the presence that these people, you know, the length of some, especially
Sure.
at the college level, but even at the high school level now,
Yeah.
some of these games, I'm like, good Lord, the pace on this is crazy. And you don't know until you're in it or you're there close to it. Like, you just don't know. So people, you know, spout off opinions about everything. It's hard to know until you're in front of it because it's just not the same.
I will say this much: there's a lot of keyboard warriors right now.
Yeah,
especially
I see them.
Oh, I know you see them on stuff, and,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm sure you guys see them. Do coaches ever talk with, you know, you're in that age group where, I mean, I had a son last year that had a couple not good games, and Barstool wasn't nice to him from other towns.
We didn't have Barstool going out. Thank
You know what I mean?
goodness. Thank goodness.
Do you guys look at that stuff?
I mean, it's definitely not as around in 1A.
Okay.
Mount Vernon, I mean, I was a freshman, so I had to deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of the seniors that year, I mean, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's ruthless.
But
It's ruthless.
They kind of start banning them more often now.
Okay.
But just for media, even Facebook, our coaches tell us to stay off. I don't know if they look into it, but
Do you look at stuff yourself?
I don't get on Facebook hardly ever.
That's not popular with the kids.
We have this discussion. Facebook's old people like me.
I'm on it. I guess I've crashed that. I've crashed that through. I'm on both. I'm
Okay.
on both. I'll say though, what you
Little
said about
kids TikTok.
keyboard warriors, TikTok's getting it too. There's a new account, 618 basketball. There's all kinds
It's
of
on TikTok?
arguments everywhere.
Wow.
But just plugged them on accident.
I know, it's okay. It's okay.
But
We
anyways,
can edit this.
the people that post the most I've found on Facebook and stuff are the least basketball IQ people.
Oh, they never played.
They have no idea what they're talking about. The people that I know that are great basketball minds never say a word unless it's a conversation like in a room like this, private.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Noticed that. I mean, I'm not trying to like be rude or anything to those people that comment. Oh, Kentucky won.
Thank goodness.
Makes
That
me
would've been bad.
happy.
But I think people do. Some people are trolling. I'd say the younger people are more trolling.
Yeah.
Some of those older people are like being dead serious about it, and they're like, "Hey, this guy really, he sucks" or something. But I mean, you get
People
people,
can get mean on there, man.
and you get people commenting something that
Blows
like
my mind.
there's someone that like it just like weirds me out about like, which I mean I'm probably like more closer to these guys 'cause I really respect them. But Docker and Nate, they get so much hate. Tyler, he gets so much hate, and they're really good players. But anytime they do good, they're very nice kids, very good players, and they get so much hate. And I'm like, what?
Well, it's
What
because
for?
you said the thing that you said about the goods and bads of cell phone. These people never have to say that to their face.
No.
If they talk to Nate face to face, never in a million years would they say that to his face.
Yeah, no.
First off, they wouldn't want to because he's
So
everything
nice.
I've heard, he's such a nice kid.
Yeah.
But secondly, I don't think they have the gumption to face to face.
Nice word there.
But that's that's in all aspects of life too.
Yeah.
It's just I've had our generation, you two, like we grew up on these things, unfortunately.
I know.
So it's developing face to face social skills is kind of a hassle. So I mean it's important, but like this, I don't think everybody could. They'd be.
Coach
Even I was a little shaky. So
Coach Whistle was just telling our whole classes in math class. It's kind of funny how talking about it now. Just talking about how crazy it is, and it wasn't like near. I feel like it's worse now. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but he was talking about Blake, their age range still had it. It's definitely crazy.
I think COVID definitely hurt it
Yeah.
a lot. Because I mean, I'm not gonna act like I'm guilt free here. I mean, it was a little bit tough for me to talk to people at some points just because. I mean, for COVID, you were trapped in your house for months upon end, and then it's not like it was just normal after that. It still isn't normal at some points. You had to be far away from people when you went to school. It was just, I think that's what caused, and I think that's what spiraled all this stuff into what's happening now. I mean, I wouldn't have expected any of this stuff to really. I had an idea, which I mean, that this stuff was going to happen maybe by 2035 or something.
Right.
But
What part? What are you talking
like the social media, everything being so prevalent on being able to watch the live streams like they are, and just people not talking to people much. I thought that was going to happen by like 2035, but now it's really spiraled into happening right now.
Well, I think it's a problem. Actually, Marlow and I talked about that in the interview. He got me. I always say I won't talk politics. Having a dad in politics, I'm like I don't want to get that stuff involved in things. But I think it's a microcosm of our country. People can't talk to each other.
No.
I mean, I read these stories about. I mean, no offense. I don't care how you're not old enough to vote yet. I don't care how you vote. You can still be my friend. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're an R and a D or whatever initials next to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
I think that's the crazy part of our country right now. I think a lot of that has to do with this. People just fire off at people, and if they would sit down and talk to each other, you might vote for Joe Biden, you might vote for Donald Trump. Doesn't mean you still don't like basketball.
Or that you're not
You know
in the
what I mean?
same boat in life.
Yeah.
You're not on the same. You're not facing the same struggles that in reality you agree on almost everything,
Yes.
except a few things that are really not into the world.
Exactly.
But because of that, they hate each other online for it. I'll tell you, Centralia at school, we don't allow cell phones all day. That's the best.
How do you police that? I mean,
If
do
you
teachers
see
police it?
yeah, you're detention.
Wow.
And like I'm pretty sure it's pretty much like one and done.
Dang.
Maybe a warning.
Unless it's Archie. I
That's
think it is.
pretty-
He didn't have his phone.
That's picking up everywhere. We also have that.
So when I was at
Ben's
Woodlawn,
not supposed to have a phone.
we didn't
I know
have
Bobby
it.
tells me he's not supposed to have his phone.
But we were on it. I mean, I remember it. We were on it.
we were on it, and I remember not talking to people. I'm sitting there listening to music, watching, listen, whatever.
Sure.
I'm like, man, these kids have to speak to each other
I
all
know.
day for 8 hours. That's one of the best things you could do. I mean, I like it a lot, and it's helped me not be on my phone even. I'm not innocent either.
No,
so.
I get it, man. I mean, it's I sell cars for a living, so I'm talking to people all the time, and I always would, kind of joke with stuff that like, the younger generations couldn't do this.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It was they were so used to. I always tell Trey, one of my best friends is a chiropractor, and my oldest son, I always say, you have to fix Trey's neck because you went to school with him. He's like, I don't know how he delivers pizzas, man. Does he look up enough to drive? Shout out to Joe's Pizza.
Joe's Pizza
Trey's
Pasta.
working right now.
Tell him bring
I like
pizza.
Joe's
I should have
Pizza.
brought some pizza, man. I know. We're getting one
Baked
next-
masticholi at Joe's Pizzas is the
man.
move.
That's good stuff.
It's real good
Barbecue
stuff.
chicken pizza.
Barbecue. Which Joe's did you guys go to? Did you go to like Mount Vernon?
Mount
Joe's?
Vernon.
Yeah, Mount
I've eaten some trays a couple times.
Okay.
We were.
They're
I
everywhere,
think we
man.
had Salem's too. Salem's was
Okay.
good too.
Yeah.
I know they got one in Benton, Marion, Heron, Peatneyville,
They're all over.
Vandalia.
Effingham.
Oh, yeah. They're all over.
Yeah,
And they're all
done
good.
well. They've done well with their business model and everything, and we could ramble all night long. These guys, he's got school tomorrow. He's got school tomorrow. For us, we better bring it home. We've only had him here in the hostage room for about
An hour.
been longer than an hour.
Has been?
It's 8:20.
I guess it, yeah.
Between them and Nate, we're gonna have a 7-hour podcast.
That didn't feel like longer than an hour at all.
Well, we try to make it conversational, like.
Yeah.
It felt like it.
I really.
Hey, I would just appreciate him coming on.
Oh yeah, I mean, making the trip down from Woodlawn's always. Hey, do you still live in Woodlawn? Make the
Yeah.
trip up Centralia? Okay.
You still live at home?
I do.
Do you?
I'm trying to sit on
Is he
everything
still-
I can.
You guys share bunk beds?
No.
It
He
ain't-
said no.
Thankfully not. He's not.
No,
he's
we're,
not home that much, but
Thanks
Yeah.
for your girlfriend.
yeah.
I do.
Always.
Always.
Not always. A lot.
2.5 years. So I don't know.
I'm in my room a lot.
I'm about ready to get out of the house, but I do like not spending any money.
Oh man, you're banking it, man. If you're at home.
I'm trying my best. So
What do you teach?
Spanish.
What?
Oh yeah. That's my.
What's the connection there? Any
The
family?
connection is Woodlawn High School.
Yeah, kind of
For a
like
small
a-
school, had the best academics that I could even talk about. It was unbelievable. I learned how to code in high school a little bit. We had graphic design. We had all history of conspiracies.
Oh, I like that.
Shout
I
out
like
to
that. I like that.
Mr. Smith. That was a really fun class. But we learned about everything.
That's awesome.
And I had a Spanish teacher named Mrs. De Hoyos, and she was from Mexico. And at the time, I don't think she'll be upset that I say this, but I couldn't understand great when she spoke to me in
Oh, I
English.
get it.
Like
Sure.
I can now. I mean, she
¿Cuántos
speaks good
años
English. But she got to. I was like freshman. I could not. I hated it. I hated Spanish class. I wasn't good at it. And then I finally got the basics enough to just, I get what this is saying. I get what that's saying. And I just fell in love with it. I'm like, it's crazy to me that I can communicate in a whole nother language. So I started, obviously class and then music, Netflix, and then kept going to college, talking to people, going to El Rancherito. That helped a lot. Those waiters,
Shout out
waitresses.
to Rancherito.
I mean, those waiters, waitresses would remember me and speak to me in Spanish and faster and make me. So now, after all that, just trying to get real life experience with it, I'm pretty much normally fluent, like all the way through.
We got a gringo teaching Spanish.
A
Can you say gringo?
Yes, you can.
Is that a bad word? Is that a bad word? I don't even know.
I think if you're a gringo, you can say
Okay.
I mean, that's our word, kind
I
of.
just got
You know.
kicked off.
I'm a gringo. I say it.
All
So
right, I feel better.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, but yeah, that's where that's from, and I really enjoy it, and it's I've used it so much, especially now with the last, I guess, 5 years, ever since 2020. Like, a lot of Spanish-speaking people came to the United States.
Sure.
And I used it more and more and more, and
Immerse yourself.
it's awesome. I mean, it's really fun. It's not that hard too if people stick it out. Netflix is your best friend. So
Shout out to Spanish. El Español.
Before we get going, Luke, I don't know if you want to share this because I know about it. You draw a lot.
I do.
I mean, a lot of people probably just expect basketball, but they're playing just video games. But talk about drawing. I mean,
Where's your artwork? You should have brought some artwork with
I
you.
mean, I got it on my phone. I actually don't draw any basketball. I draw some players from here and then, but I draw a lot of like shows I watch. I draw cartoons and whatnot, but drawing's definitely something I kill a lot of my free time on. It helps me like focus. Just class, I doodle anytime I get the chance. Draw whatever comes to mind. I'm not a lot of creative though. I really just find like a reference and just mash stuff together on paper.
So are you wanting to go into some form of art as you get older?
Surprisingly, no, not really. I mean, I've taken an art class and it kind of just like not put pressure on me, but it really just like when I'm doing it for something other than enjoyment, it kind of strips it away from me, and it's really something I can just go home and sit at my desk at and just kind of get lost in time.
Freeze your mind.
Yeah.
well, I know we were sitting there playing 2K one night. I don't know what happened. I think maybe either Kyle's internet or Jonah's internet went out or something.
Someone got kicked. Yeah.
And he was sitting there drawing while we were all just sitting there doodling around on our phones or something. It was thing you sent me the drawing. I can show Travis. I could put it up here on the screen after, but it was pretty cool. It was
Usually people that can draw are smart. You smart? Make good grades?
I'd say I'm pretty smart.
he don't speak Spanish though.
Oh! Big Bro speaks Spanish.
I took 2 years of Spanish. I'm not very good at it, but
De donde eres too?
He didn't have my teacher. She's my only reason I learned.
That's like just freehand?
She was amazing.
did I show you the finished?
no, you didn't show me the finished.
Here, I'll show.
I will say he has a knack for it. It's crazy.
My gosh, dude. You could make
This is
draw like video game stuff and different like I mean,
Yeah, that's
Come
Yeah.
here.
I finished it.
Does this get on the show somehow? How do we get that on
you can
camera?
sit. He
Let's
can
get
sense,
that a big print.
He can
It's
sense.
unreal, dude.
He can sense me, and we can put it on there.
Yeah. You draw that freehand.
Yeah, I draw everything freehand.
Are you serious?
I looked at it.
You're not tracing anything?
No, I mean, like I said,
That's unreal,
I
man.
have references, and then depending on how much paper space I got left, I can throw stuff on there. But
That's impressive.
I like drawing the things I watch.
Trying to get me to draw some ducks.
I've drawn some
You won't
ducks
do it.
before, but
Hey, he's starting a new business.
hey, what's me?
Yeah, we'll see. I am, but
We can't talk about it.
I better get some shade.
I gotta have some quality product,
Okay.
and then I'll be saying it everywhere I can, shouting from the mountaintops.
Hey, All Stars and Stitches can take care of you.
That's what I need right there. I want my biggest,
You get Big David Call.
worry. I need a nice looking T-shirt to hand out to all my buddies.
I'll show him with the.
I showed him the shirt.
I'm talking. Did you show him?
Yeah, I showed him
Yeah,
the shirt.
yeah, that's why we got to talking about it. I
Okay,
like it
yeah.
a lot.
That
Yeah.
was 4 hours ago.
4 hours ago. Yeah.
I joked with you. I said we only have this week. We only have Nathaniel and then the McKay twins. I know you're not twins. I'm just joking because we had the Kinsmans on last week before the Hawkins who were twins. But anyways, I said, oh, this will be a shorter show. I mean, this is going to be up for the Christmas special.
Christmas special is 3.5 hours.
Is it really?
We're getting after it.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of wraps up our show. We covered a little bit of everything here. Just appreciate you guys coming on. It was just real fun, especially for you guys. For you, it's middle of basketball season. You're a teacher, and
It means a lot to us that you guys take time out to come out.
Oh, absolutely. This was fun.
Yeah, great
I
to
like
hear.
the environment you guys have set up here. And like we said, the fact that this is happening for Southern Illinois basketball is really, really,
Fantastic.
really cool. I mean, that I think gives a spotlight to all the kids around. It's a big deal.
oh yeah,
It's a big
especially the Jefferson County teams right now are really fun to watch. So I love being up there right now, and obviously Johnson County with Goreville and Vienna. It's just real. I love high school basketball. I feel like I feel like over the past couple of years, just because of COVID, it's killed people from going to the games. But basketball in Southern Illinois is special, and if you go to the games, it creates the environment and it makes it even better than it already is.
Oh yeah.
And
I am Fisher Overstreet.
Yeah.
He works for my dad up at his Mount Vernon office, and he's always, I know he does camera work for area sports and stuff, and his dad's a Supreme Court justice in the state of Illinois. Mr. Overstreet is Dave Overstreet, but Fish is always telling me how, he knows I'm from Benton, but he's always saying, man, how about Mount Vernon basketball? They're good. I mean, County basketballs.
I don't know what's going on there.
It's unbelievable.
Because what I think about is, like, I knew all these kids from him growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
probably
man.
like JCSA and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, because everybody plays in the area. And I'm thinking back to all these kids at his age. I'm like, who would have thought, on any given Saturday at the YMCA?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the Y. It's
No, I
not
know.
called that, but that if you fast forwarded 10 years, like these would be the best teams in the state. Like,
Cooper was
it's
playing.
insane.
Peterson was playing. Marlow. Were all those kids playing when you were little?
Yeah, everybody.
I'm sure.
All those guys. That's awesome. Man.
So I mean, I'm just thinking back. Maybe someone's got a home video somewhere,
Yeah.
like all these stud athletes on the floor at the same time. They're like 7 years old.
Marlow,
That'd be pretty
Cooper,
crazy.
Peterson, I think they were all on a stacked hoop squad team.
Hoop
That's
squad. Like
awesome.
a Mike Blakemore team.
Yeah,
I know
that's what it was.
Blakemore team.
I know Kyle was.
I
Yeah.
played a little hoop
Hey,
squad back in the day.
I'll tell you something
I
funny.
did it.
Dave Brown brings down. Do you know Dave Brown?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So DB, he I've known Dave forever. We've tried to stop this show like 30 different times, but he comes. I used to coach I knew they were going to be really, really good. So Trey's class was loaded, and I knew Dr. Tedeschi in third grade was going to be awesome. Now I didn't know he was going to be 6'8" or 6'9", but I knew he was going to be an awesome basketball player. So I coached a little, and then not me. I did nothing. I'm just a dude putting guys in the game. But when we're like in fifth grade, we're fifth graders. So it's my son, Docker, Kyle Thomas, Grant Owens, Jackson Zettler, Gavin McCann, all these guys. I'm trying to think who all still played back then.
Was Brock Poole on the team at that time?
Brock Poole probably played. Caden Pryor probably played. But Dave Brown's talking about, I got this kid from Bethel. I got this kid from Bethel. And he brings, who else would he have had with him probably? There's no telling. There were some other good guys with Cooper.
Probably LJ.
Yeah, Kyle always told me that LJ and Dave
Yeah.
played with him.
Who's LJ?
He's one of Mount Vernon's
Shelby.
best players.
Who is it?
Lucas Shelby
yeah.
Jr.
Yes. So he brought all those guys down.
Did Eli play?
Yeah, Eli played.
So they were a year
Yeah,
younger,
bro.
like a lot of those guys. And they gave us all we wanted. But
2 years younger, a little maybe. What
Well,
LJ isn't LJ a junior?
Yeah, he's my grade.
okay. But Dave's the ultimate salesman, man. But those were the days. It's fun to watch these kids grow up, though, and stuff.
It is cool.
It's cool to. I'm sure it's cool for you.
Yeah.
Once you got done playing, now you get to watch him. It kind of keeps that flame going with basketball.
I'll tell you what's crazy. Sorry to prolong.
And we're going till midnight.
I watched Tucker Downs, Luke Tyson, who else? Ian, Nick Carey. All these kids for several years now at Woodlawn. Then all of a sudden they go into a practice this summer. Tucker alley-oop reverse dunk. Luke windmilled it. Tyson threw off the backboard, 2 hands. Nick Carey goes up, dunks it. And then somebody else dunked it. Oh my gosh, Baylor Rowley is
Baylor
a freak
dunked most
athlete.
out of it.
Baylor is unbelievable with dunks and stuff. It's crazy. He can just stand there 2 feet.
Oh, that's what I was talking
I'm
about.
like, what?
Your starting five is humongous.
I think about
how big's
these
Rowley?
kids. Yeah,
How tall is Rowley, probably? Is he your height?
I think he's 6'4".
he's 6'3".
So he's bigger than
6'4".
you.
Yeah.
He's bigger. And like,
Yeah.
And he's put on some size.
and he-
So your starting
Yeah,
five,
he's
what's the
stout.
height of your starting five?
Kyle's 6'6'1".
Yeah,
I'm like 6'3".
right.
Baylor 6'4", Kylan 6'4". They say Tyson 6'5", Tyson 6'3".
But dude, that's bigger than, that's bigger than any, we just played
No
Nashville,
shit.
that's bigger than their starting five.
Yeah.
Now, I know we played Pinckneyville Friday night, and Lar and
They had to play
McClellan.
Lar.
But the other three aren't
Man.
that size.
Right.
The other three aren't. I mean,
Yeah.
Coach Smith's son, Kyle's, is
Colton
Colton.
Smith. He's about 6'2", maybe.
I'm just saying, that's a humongous, that's why I kept talking about that. That is a huge starting five. I don't care if it's 1A, 2A. That's bigger than 3A school sometimes.
We got
Yeah,
Tucker
that's just-
off the bench. Tucker's about 6'2".
Yeah.
And he's athletic as can be.
Yeah,
That's what's cool to me. I seeing these kids as little kids and Ian and them,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, what they've turned into now. It's fascinating.
Wait till you guys have your own.
Oh, I can't
It's
even
another.
imagine.
It's a coolest thing in your life, man. I
Yeah,
promise.
I believe that.
I swear. It's. There's nothing better than, you talked about atmosphere, and I'll leave you with this. Trey got to play 3 times against Pinckneyville last
And you can't
year.
forget about Bree Central at home.
Oh yeah, I mean it just the atmosphere to 2,900 people at one of those games. I mean it's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean it's just you'll remember it when you're old like me, and you're older than me. You'll remember it. These are and I don't want to say to be the best moments of your life. There'll be other moments when you get married and you have kids and all that kind of stuff and whatever you do in life, but these will be some of the best things ever.
I say, and it's unique moment. I still remember Goreville when we lost that game. That crowd was unreal. I mean, you remember that forever. And there were some more like
I was
that.
up to
But
the
like,
fan section.
I mean, their game Waltonville, crazy environment. I mean, you'll remember though that doesn't happen all the time. So
You don't get that everywhere.
No.
I can't shut up, but
Southern Illinois.
we played Phillips for the state title 2 years ago, and I keep the book. Like I said, I do it so I can't get thrown out. And the lady's keeping the book for Phillips, and she said, I just keep the book because my boyfriend's one of the assistant coaches at Phillips. She said, 7 of these kids didn't even go to high school here last year. I'm like, that's just a different world, man.
Yep.
And in their student section, they tried. They had how many kids in their student section? Don't make up a number. What do you think they had?
Maybe 20, 30,
20 or 30? How many did we have in our student section?
maybe 100 or
Or
150.
more. You know what I mean? It was like
Right.
just like here's a school out of Chicago. We're from Benton, Illinois, middle of Franklin County. It was like, it's just
And they were active over there. And we brought all the fans. It was awesome. It was one of the coolest experiences because I got to go down there on the court and video.
So
too.
was it a packed house for the state game? Or no?
I would say for a state
for
game.
a state game. I mean,
Because they had a few years there where it was like not good.
we had a good crowd because we hadn't been to state since those guys in
Okay.
'92. So we had a huge crowd. It wasn't sold out because you're talking
Well,
State
yeah.
Farm Center seats what
Me.
A lot.
12, 14,000 or more.
Yeah.
Chicago, Phillips, they didn't travel well.
If you would get 2 schools that both traveled well, you could have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because when Peoria was up until through
Yes,
me,
yes.
that was kind of a struggle in there at
Yes.
times. I mean, maybe
was.
location. I don't know. But Supers at Carbondale were,
Oh yeah.
those were fun.
Well,
How about Super not? I mean, like if you go to Super this year, it's not at Carbondale. Is that weird?
Where is it? I can't
Jacksonville.
remember.
They 1A Super Sectionals at Jacksonville.
I'd like Carbondale because we had the 1A and then 2.
the
So we had
2A, yes, I went
we had
with
us, St. Anthony, and then Pinckneyville, Nashville, or T-Town.
T-Town.
That
Shocker.
there wasn't a seat in there in between the two, like the end of
I know.
ours, the start of theirs. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
beat that.
That's it. Last year was the same way. 2A is the only game.
Yeah, I don't like
At
that
Carbondale.
move.
I don't like it either.
And it wasn't even really an area team. T-Town was there and Althoff was there, but it was like T-Town brought all their fans, but
Last year,
yeah.
Althoff doesn't travel at all. Deer Hill was pretty good though.
Oh yeah, he was
Oh, yeah.
really good athlete. I mean, I
I mean, he's
watched the guy that's now playing at Oregon.
pretty good football player. All right, wrap it up.
Well, we're gonna try to wrap it up here. Hopefully, I don't say anything that sparks something. But just thank you guys for coming, and it's. I'm not gonna say much more because I don't want anything.
It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for having us. This was one unique opportunity. I've
Oh, yeah,
never done
definitely.
anything like it, but it went great. It was a great conversation.
We tell people it's probably something. Especially for siblings.
Done.
I'm just saying, but for
Are we
siblings,
still recording?
yes. For
Are we for sure?
that thing's going.
All right.
But for siblings, I think it means more though, because AJ and Lucas, they got the Kinsman twins. Just something you guys get to look back on. And Kyle and Luke, they loved it. They said our episode with them came out on Thanksgiving. And they said the whole
They're
entire
watching
family.
it
Yeah. And so I don't know. It's just cool to have brothers and family members on here together as well. And Colton
that'd
and
be
Shane.
I was on radio for years, and at SIU I studied radio TV forever ago, and nothing against radio because I loved it. I grew up listening to Jack Buck. I wanted to be Jack Buck. He was the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals forever, and Joe Buck's his son now. That's on TV on Fox
Yeah.
and everything. But I can't find all those old games of mine that I called. This is out there. This
Yeah.
is this is
Same with the games you're recording.
Yeah.
That's that like when he's.
His
I would love
highlights you'll be able to watch.
when he's got kids.
Yes,
like,
look
oh, that's
at
my
that.
dad. You know, that's gonna be pretty cool.
That's priceless to me, man. I mean, I think it makes it the coolest part of it.
For sure.
All right, well, I think we're going to wrap this up, finally.
All right, thank you guys.
Yep, thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Now it's awkward because
You got to win at Kentucky, dude. This isn't, you know, they're blue bloods. This is a school. You don't lose at Duke. You don't lose at Kentucky. I'm going to get fired up. Let's go.
all right. Well, we had a great show here, and it was a pretty long one, and
7 hours isn't bad, Russ. 7 hours isn't bad.
it's not that bad.
It wasn't quite the Christmas special.
No, I don't think we'll ever.
Never do that again. Don't say never. Never say never.
I don't know if we'll ever top it.
No. Oh my. We just both did our hats. I'm rubbing off on you. The old man's rubbing off on me. Look at this. He's over there doing his hat. I still got my gloves on because even after having the heat on for 6 hours, it's still 41 in here. It's 41 degrees in here.
It's gone
Don't
up.
look. It's not 41, but it feels 41.
Well, you're just cold temperatured.
I'm old.
Well,
Old.
that was a pretty good show, I'd say.
Yeah.
And
Feel like I've been to church after Nathaniel Marlow. Felt like I've been to church.
oh man, he was fun to have on. He's a great person, great basketball player. I mean,
He's a better person.
yes, even better person. And just hearing what he does in the mornings at 5 a.m.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure my youngest son, who's a freshman at Benton, pays attention to that
Yeah.
work ethic that Mr. Marlowe has.
Yeah, it's actually what I was telling Mr. Banks Lahr before we got on today. It's about
You don't just get 2,640.
2,677 now.
2,677 points he has now. I mean, unbelievable. He's just. Obviously, in the interview, I say it a million times. I ask him, is he AI? Is he cloned? I mean, I'll shut up. Thoroughly impressed with the young man.
Yeah, and also the McKays.
Yes,
Good
thankful,
people.
great guys. Very thankful to have them on tonight.
Yes, Luke, he good ball player. I mean, obviously Blake, a tremendous ball player.
Yeah,
Luke's,
over 2,000 points. I mean,
yeah, and then Luke's obviously a really good ball player in himself too, and he's got his brother there who's got pretty high standard. But you can't forget about Luke because he's a junior for Woodlawn, playing
he's
pretty
on a great
good.
team. He's a great player. I remember I got to watch him last year as a sophomore. I actually watched them.
Marlow versus McKay, that was
Yeah,
pretty fun.
I did. I watched Marlowe. You were at the game.
Yeah, Marlow had 36 points, McKay had 29.
Not bad as a sophomore and a junior going at it.
70 to
last year.
63, Weber won.
They did. Wow, thanks, Russ. Russ, we got some stuff to talk about in the outro.
Well, we got our player of the week to announce. We got
Drum roll, please.
Travis, show us what the player of the week shirt would look like for these guys.
We got them out finally, guys. We got them. From now on, here we go. Player of the week.
Joe's Pizza, Ballin4God player of the week right there. That's the shirt that you'll receive if you win the player of the week. And last week it was Mr. Maddox Ritzel out of Nashville, Illinois. And then this week it is Whit Endeavor.
Whit Endeavor.
Yes, Whit Endeavor out of Waltonville, Illinois.
Oh, my God. Whit Endeavor. I won't call him DeVore ever again. Whit Endeavor. Russ, I couldn't believe when you told me how many views we had. Was that just Instagram?
Yep,
How many?
29,000.
29,000 views. I can't count on my. That's a lot. That's a high number. I'd have to use my calculator on there. 29,000 views. What'd you say? Almost 400 votes.
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. And can you break down the voting? I mean, you don't have to give me the number of votes, but what's the percentage on the votes? Come on, Russ.
Well, why is
Guys, if you haven't been, Rural King doesn't sponsor the show yet, but these frosted peanut butter filled pretzels that are bad for you folks, unbelievable.
Well, to get you what the idea of it was, whenever it closed Wednesday at 12 p.m., the votes were Whit Endeavor had 40% of the votes of 392 votes.
Wow. And didn't you say Nathaniel Marlow was right, like?
38%.
Wow, so 40, 38, and then the next two guys were?
I believe 8% and 6% maybe.
And that was?
Jude Harmon. No, it wasn't 8%. That doesn't add up to 100. But
Doesn't, no.
But
40 to 38, 78. So you need to come up with 22 more. 22. Something's going to have to add up to 22 between.
I'd probably
14%
and 8% if
say
I
anything
did.
you want, Russ. You run the show. It's your platform.
Well, my
As long as
Instagram
it
is
gets to
not.
100. His Instagram's not working because in the hostage room, which we're in here at this new location we're at, that
Oh, it's 30.6 thousand views now.
How many?
30.6.
Wow, 30.6. That's 30,600.
So it's Tyler had 10%, Jude Harmon had 12% of the votes, and then Wittendever with 40%, Nathaniel Marlow with 38%.
Unbelievable. A great group of 4 players. I mean, I was looking at the numbers that all those guys had. Jude Harmon, I got to see him this week when Benton played.
They played real well against them.
Yeah, Benton played very, very well against Massac County. But Jude Harmon, you can tell, is a tremendous player. I know the Rangers were able to hold him in check, but I know how well. Obviously, I saw how well he played against Carterville.
Let's go over the stats.
Yeah, go over the stats, sure.
The Massac County Patriots. They went 1-2 on the week, but they upset the Carterville Lions.
Yes.
And he had a week high of 34 points. He averaged 26.5 on the week, along with 4.5 assists. And then
Very, very good.
That's a big win for them against Carterville.
Huge win. It was Carterville's only second loss of the year.
Yeah, and that keeps them in the race for the SIR Ohio Championship.
Ohio. So weird for Benton being in the Mississippi. Most of my life, well, a big chunk of my life from my sophomore year on, Benton was in the Ohio division, but now in the last couple of years, Benton's in Mississippi, and Carterville, Heron, Massac, Murfreesboro.
Who are we forgetting?
Harrisburg.
Yeah, and there's
That's
5
your
teams
Ohio.
over there.
It's going to be Salem next year.
Yeah, Salem's coming over.
Salem comes in next year. I was actually in Salem this week.
For what?
Brody had a freshman game. I love that gym, man. Gum Gym.
I went up there last year. It's a pretty nice gym.
Is it BE Gum or CE Gum? Some funky name like that.
It's something like that.
But they told me the gym. I was talking to Brad Dietering, which is the twin brother of Brett Dietering, who, Brett was at Anna Jonesboro forever. Brad, principal or is he superintendent? He's either the principal or superintendent at Salem.
I think superintendent.
And Brad told me that the gym was built in, I think, 50. So you're talking 76 years old now.
Wow.
Awesome gym. I love that gym. Apparently my son does too, because he shot the lights out in that gym after he hadn't shot the lights out in about a month. So I guess we should just lock him in Salem Gym.
Our other guy that we could talk
Salem
talk about some of our other guys' stats as we got Tyler
big
from
week.
Pigneeville.
Didn't he have like 100 points in one game?
40 points against Waterloo Jabot. He had 24 points per game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks per game.
I get to see them tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be a handful for our posts.
Yeah. Benton goes to Pigneeville. First time we play this year. I'm excited about it. Freshman, JV, and varsity game. I know the Panthers' record is not what they want it to be.
11-8.
Yeah, Pigneeville obviously a great program, and it should be a fun night for the Rangers and Panthers, because I know last year, obviously, the 2 times we went there were unbelievable basketball.
Oh yeah,
Unbelievable.
both games decided by 1 point. Yeah. Our other guy who finished second was Nathaniel Marlow. He had a stellar week.
Who's on the show this week?
He is on the show, and he averaged 32 points per game, 7.5 boards. He had 37 points in the win against Woodlawn, had 31 points against Waltonville. He had 28 points against the team I'm currently forgetting. Crab Orchard, maybe?
Sure.
I honestly forgot who they played.
Edit that.
No, they played Crab Orchard tonight. That's what
We're
it
gonna
was.
edit it.
Last night they played Crab
Yeah,
Orchard.
we're going to edit it.
And he had 37 points to move himself up to 2,677 points, and that places him just on the doorstep of making some real good territory.
He's there. He'll make it. He'll go over 3,000.
Scott Brzezinski is
Scotty
at
B.
2,700, and I don't know, he's number 15, and it's really
Russ, we're going to have to edit half the show. We're forgetting things.
2,762, something like that.
A lot of points.
Yeah, and
points.
obviously all-time leading scorer at Cesar.
We got an over 2,000 point score on the broadcast. 2
Yeah.
of them. You realize that? 2 of our 3 guests tonight on the show scored over 2,000.
Yeah, and then our player of the week.
And Blake.
Our player of the week this week.
Player of the week.
Wittendever.
Wittendever. Won't call him DeVore. Wittendever.
Of Waltonville, Illinois. He averaged 19.3 points per game. He had 3 assists per game and had 14 three-pointers on the week.
Holy Moses. Trifectas.
And Waltonville went 3-0 on the week. And I think this is just a really good group of guys on there. I mean, I think that these 4 guys, I wouldn't be shocked if they somehow find their way on this list multiple times the rest of the year.
I don't doubt it at all. And I'm excited. We're going to get a hold of Witten and try to meet up with him and get him on the broadcast somehow. He'll get the Player of the Week shirt. Or Joe, hold it up again. He'll get our
Player of the Week shirt. He'll get a Joe's Pizza and Pasta gift card.
Joe's Pizza and Pasta gift card. He'll get a fist bump from me and Russ.
Oh, yeah. And
Big. Coach Lowry, I talked to him a couple weeks ago when we played a freshman game. His son's a freshman. And I talked to him at Rich Heron Gym. And we'll have to get creative with their schedules, but I know this week we got creative to get one of our guests on, so I think we have a chance we can get those guys.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously we've had Gage Peterson on. We've had Kyle Cooper on. We've had some more Midland Trail guys on.
We have.
Midland Trail's
been big on Ballin4God this year.
It's been top tier. It's been one of the best conferences. Yeah. The top 3 teams are all state ranked. You got Wayne City, you got Patoka, you got all those teams, Grayville, Sandoval, Red Hill. I mean, that conference, it's a fun little conference over there. I feel like it doesn't get much recognition because they're like, oh, those schools are about 150, no more.
This year it's getting more recognition than it's probably ever gotten between Waltonville, Woodlawn, and Weber.
Yeah, no
the
kidding.
3 W's, the WWWs. But
WWE.
WWE, that's our Joe's Pizza and Pasta Player of the Week, Whit Endeavor.
Oh, yeah, and it's, I will say I'm just excited.
Congrats.
I will say I went to go video Goreville and Cessar last night, and Cesar's a young squad, but I feel like for the most part I'd say they give Goreville everything they wanted. I mean, they lost by 19, but it doesn't look like a big 19-point advantage like most games are.
That's a big game for Cessar because they start the BIT next week, and they'll play Benton on Monday night, and a chance to see some bigger schools. So Cessar always. I know I've talked to, when Coach Garner, who's our athletic director now, when he was coaching Assessor, and I know other coaches that have been there have always said it prepares them for the postseason playing the 2A schools and some of your bigger schools. I know Goreville's 1A, but that was a good game for Assessor to have to play before.
Oh, yeah, Goreville is, they're loaded. I mean, they're
loaded. I mean, obviously,
they're state
got
ranked.
3 losses this year, and one of them is Goreville. Well, now, before we wrap up the outro, we've got Russ. We cannot forget here on the Wren Lake Cabins, the big show here on Ballin4God. How about the verse of the week?
The verse of the week is from Romans. It's do not be conformed to the world. Let me restart.
Restart that. Doc Young, I know you're not here tonight because he's on a date. He is. Doc Young's not here tonight because he's on a date.
I don't know if he's on a date.
Let's just go with it. Let's just say he's on a date.
Maybe he's having a date.
I'm saying he's on a date.
All right, fine. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that be testing your way may discern that is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Romans 12:2.
Romans 12:2. I wore that on my wrist for years. That is seriously, that's a big time verse. Yeah.
Well,
you'll see I got emotional during that interview with Nathaniel Marlow that I've never got emotional on the Ballin4God podcast before. But yeah, that's an important verse, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's helped my life.
I was sitting there I forgot where I was sitting at. I was sitting in a room like this, the hostage room. No, but I was sitting in a room one day, and I just saw that on the wall, and I was like, I just read it a couple times. I was like, and it really, I don't know. That's why
renewing of your mind.
Yeah,
keep your mind sharp. Focus on the Lord.
So that's why I decided to do this one because it just kind of spoke to me.
In.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what's kind of happening in this world today is like, with all the craziness, I think a lot of people are letting the devil get into their minds.
Sure.
I mean, it's obviously happened all our life. I mean, but I don't know, just keeping God first is the best thing you can do. That's the best way to keep the devil out of your life.
Amen.
But yeah, I mean, that's our verse of the week this week. We got player of the week done. And yeah, I mean, that's the show.
I'm excited, man. It's a big, big week coming up. Next week's going to be
BIT,
the BIT,
the SIT, NIT.
Yeah, Midwinter, Frankfurt. I mean, it's a lot
Frankfurt
of
Midwinter.
Huge tournaments. I love
Midland Trail Tournament.
A lot of basketball next week. Like I said, growing up in Benton, it was my most fun week growing up. My dad used to take me to all the games. I was always dying to see McLeansboro, Petersville, Cairo. I know a lot of those schools are gone now, but Oakville Rockets, Carlisle Indians were most of my life. But BIT is a great tournament. All those tournaments should be fun. Thanks for everybody. Yeah. I almost said. Russ, take us home. I've talked too long.
Well,
today.
I appreciate you guys sticking around for the Wren Lake Cabins in the Woods. This is Ballin4God podcast brought to you by Wren Lake Cabins in the Woods, and they give us accessibility of using all the cabins that we used in the past weeks, and then now Jesse Young, the main man, he let us use this area and let us put all our tables in here, let us put memorabilia up here.
I love it.
So we really appreciate him allowing us to use this as it's just very nice of him. I mean,
great. We appreciate you, Jesse.
Because we're not paying him anything.
We're not paying him anything. And we appreciate Jesse. We appreciate that sign he's got in his yard.
Yep. And let's wrap this up, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.